nigga. Swag up, nigga. Niggas know what it is, man. Yeah. Look. R.I.P. to them untamed gorillas. On swag. Keep it swag, nigga. Tell me who is realer. I ain't gon' cap swag. I could've kept it triller. No cap. I ain't gon' lie, nigga. You got me in my feelings. Really dope. R.I.P. to them untamed gorillas. Oh God. Keep it swag, nigga. Tell me who was realer. I ain't gon' cap swag. I should've kept it triller. No cap. I ain't gon' lie, nigga. You got me in my feelings. Really dope. Take it back to like 06. No cap. When the swag was on go shit. Look, no, we really wasn't on shit, but watch how you approach shit and we'll take your bitch. Look, then we fell out by my old bitch. That's crazy. To be told it was some hoe shit. For really. We had that heart to heart, we know this. We was young, not moving as one, but that's some old shit. Let me swag, nigga, let me get this off. I would be lying if I ain't miss my dogs. I'm so mad I gotta write this song. Look, I wouldn't be crying if I ain't fuck with y'all. Look, free PAT, hope I don't miss this call. Look, R.I.P. Big Ed, that's my fucking dog. Look, R.I.P. Nick, I'm taking this shit hard. Look, I wrote this song cause I'm stuck with y'all. Look, R.I.P. to them untamed gorillas. Keep it swag, nigga. Tell me who is realer. I ain't gon' cap swag. I could've kept it triller. I ain't gon' lie, nigga. You got me in my feelings. Really dope. R.I.P. to them untamed gorillas. Keep it swag, nigga. Tell me who is realer. I ain't gon' cap swag. I should've kept it triller. No cap. I ain't gon' lie, nigga. You got me in my feelings. Really dope.
How many niggas you know got the studio in the wheel?
Yo. What's up? You already know what it is. Your favorite show in the world. Sorry we were running late, man. It's my fault. Daddy duties. Ryder had a game. They got their butt whooped.
Oh, that fourth grade?
It was a third grade team. But they second grade. Ryder ankle messed up, so he was out there limping. I shouldn't have let him play. But I'll try to see if he was going to work through it. Didn't happen, but you already know what it is. It is
the spillover.
Yours truly, Drake Lockhead.
Reggie.
It's big, bruh.
Yes, and you know, like always, we have controversial topics and all that in a bucket, and we're going to spill it over. Put it in your eardrums so you can take it, digest it, and don't say shit. Now, we don't care if you have an opinion. Matter of fact, you can call in. Just if you know, call in, leave a message on one of our social medias, Drake Lockhead on Facebook, Drake Lockhead on Twitter, Drake Lockhead on Instagram. Leave a comment. I'll give you the call number, and we can talk to you. Get you on here. But you know how we always like to start it off with the S of Spillover Sports. Let's try to make this quick, man, because I know there's a lot to talk about.
Don't make it quick. Talk. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not good. I say that, but it's never quick. It's always quick because Reggie always say something that don't make sense.
I mean, when y'all done, it's be about time to go. I'm tired of it.
All right, what we got up first, man?
Man, the only thing I'm going to jump on is everybody upset with Charles Barkley. I mean, it's not nothing new, but...
Why be mad at Barkley? He been a coon.
Man.
Cool? I say that respectfully.
Respectfully.
Charles Barkley been a coon, man.
I go back with Charles, man. I met him. I missed my opportunity to cut his hair, but...
Man, people just hate when Charles don't just agree with the majority of black people. Whenever he don't agree, everybody mad. And then a couple times he do agree, then it's, yeah, there you go, Charles.
Charles ain't never agreed with the popular, man.
People kill me. Nah, he done had a couple times where he done jumped on some stuff and done got on people's heads and everybody like, yeah, there you go. But whenever he don't agree, they on his head.
They gave him false hope. He just was in a good mood.
His head.
Charles has never said anything about police or anything about civil rights that any black person has ever agreed with. He's never. He's never said anything. He's always been on the other. You
police.
just.
I said say stuff that people agree with. It's more topics than just police.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to that, when it comes to like
he done got on other issues,
racial
black
justice,
issues outside of the police.
I've never heard him say anything about anything. He's always said, been a man of you make what you put, and I understand where he come from. I understand where he come from. I understand where he come from, but he's never been that type to like I don't even want to bring his name up. Like a Ali or like a civil rights guy. He's never been that guy. He's never been that guy. No, it's this.
Yeah, please.
He's never been a civil rights guy.
What is civil rights?
Well, not
like
just
activist.
When you say Ali, because it's two different versions of Ali and what he believed. You got the the unfiltered Ali, and then you got the when he was broke down and nothing Ali.
I mean, the unfiltered Ali was doing his job. He was being a boxer. He was doing his job. He wasn't worried.
He still spoke on it. It just his views was totally different.
He didn't speak on it as much as he said, line the next white dude up so I can knock him out. That's for y'all.
That's about equal.
That you know what I'm saying? That's enough. Charles Barkley has never been the type to say anything like that. He's if it affects his pocket, he's not gonna say it. He knows if he's none of
these cats, if it affect their pocket, they're not gonna say it. Who? That's every one of them. It ain't nobody that's gonna say something that's gonna affect their pocket.
Kaepernick took a knee. It affected his pocket.
No, it didn't. It helped his pockets. Kaepernick was finna take a big ass pay cut.
See, you talking about the ending story, the ending to it, because more people eventually agree with him, and Nike fell into it, and they paid him. But at first, bro, he wasn't getting shit. He wasn't getting money. Matter of fact, shout out to Kaepernick because they made that exclusive jersey, and that could have been any of them dumbass teams that didn't hire him, and they would have been their jersey. So Nike made an exclusive jersey with Kaepernick and sold it exclusively on Nike.com. It sold out first 2 hours. Sold out.
I don't really care.
Sold out first 2 hours. That lets you know he should have been on a team. You could have made.
That don't have shit to do with him being on a team.
Unless
you in the accounting department.
No.
That's the only thing you worried about.
The biggest downfall of Kaepernick, the owners were saying that it would hurt their revenue. That wasn't what they were saying. They weren't doubting his skills. They were saying
There's a lot of people
it will hurt their traditional fan and degrade their brand. They was worried about that. That's what they was worried about. All the teams said, "Oh yeah, he still has the ability to play football."
Yeah, nobody said he had the ability. It started out he didn't want to be a backup. Then once he realized, bro, you're not gonna start. Then he said, "Okay, I'll be a backup." Then they said, "Well, shit, you done kicked up all this noise. Ain't nobody finna deal with all this noise for no backup quarterback." Then he like, "Well, fuck."
Well, it bit them in their ass.
No, it didn't. They still.
No,
Kaepernick not being in it is not gonna stop nothing going on in the NFL, bro.
I'm not saying it's gonna stop.
So how did it bite them? They didn't want to deal with it.
You refuse to look at stuff in a business aspect.
No, could it have helped?
These are owners.
Do you feel like it could have helped their bottom line?
Yes,
sure, maybe, but
that's what matters. It's a business.
It's not a bite. It's not a bite if it don't hurt their bottom line.
If you come into the league into the year saying, "Hey, we're gonna tank." There's a lot of teams that's gonna do this for that quarterback that's coming up. Yes, they are.
Who, Trevor Lawrence?
Yes, they're trying to tank.
That's finna tank right now. Who finna tank?
They're not really trying to play as hard. It looks like to me.
That's what I'm saying. Who gonna tank though?
It's
just
not
honestly.
They're not gonna literally say we're trying to tank.
No, there have been some teams that tank for Tua. Miami did it last year.
But now, now they got a lot. Miami got a lot of backlash from veterans and stuff when they tanked.
Every team do.
A lot of teams didn't want to play for them. All right. So now what they do is they don't initially say, "Hey, we're finna tank," but they don't hire people They don't hire to get better.
Because right now, everybody got either a quarterback that's either been there or a young guy in the wings that they waiting to. Like, I don't see no job where it's like, okay, that's who really want Trevor Lawrence right there.
Talking about the Bears, they don't really like their two quarterbacks. You can tell they don't like their two quarterbacks.
Well, no, they like Foles. They don't like Trubisky. The fans don't like Trubisky. Matt Nagy is trying to win because if he don't win, he's getting fired. You don't give a shit about no Trevor Lawrence.
Now you're talking about the people on the ground floor. What I'm talking about is the people upstairs. Okay, when you are trying to tank and you're in the office room, like, hey, yo, we really not trying to win, y'all. Let's just fight this out. I know stuff is gonna happen. We're probably gonna end up firing the coach anyway. Let's not get any big free agents. Let's not try to make any trades. Let's just stay who we are now, and then get what we can get with a higher draft. Like that's literally some conversations in the league. All right. So if you're that team, like, get to back what I was saying. If you're that team that's gonna say, hey, we're not really gonna try hard, why not?
But nobody gonna say that but the people in the office that don't have nothing to do with on the field.
But
the people on the field, they trying as hard as possible.
I never said that. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't care about them in the office. But don't nobody care about them.
I understand that, Reggie. But if you don't have the staff to actually win, because your staff is literally your starter will literally be a third string person on a good team. And
the Bears GM, who you may be talking about too, his ass is gonna get fired if they suck again this year too. So there's nobody in there that's
they're not worried about it.
Let's try not to win. You don't think they worry about their job?
I'm talking about the owner is not worried about his job.
Man, if it's a good owner, he's not trying to meddle in the football operation.
Bro,
he gonna let his football people do the football. And if it don't work, then he gonna say, all right, I'm finna get you out of here.
Bro, a smart businessman knows when their product is not finna be successful. So they plan for the next year. Like, after these 2 weeks, you know, hey, yeah, we not probably gonna be that good. We play horrible. Them teams are the teams I'm talking about. Back to the narrative, like I was saying. If you're not playing good, week 4, week 5, somebody better sign Kaepernick. I'm telling you. If you don't,
for what?
Because
you don't change nothing.
Yes, he is.
He gonna get people. He gonna get some people.
You're not getting
excited.
You're not getting what I'm saying. You're not getting what I'm saying. In a business aspect, you want him in your locker room. If you're not winning, it brings revenue. If you're
what kind of revenue is gonna bring?
Fans.
Where the fans coming from? Can nobody go in the stadiums?
Yes, they can.
Nobody can go in the stadiums.
It's teams right now that are allowing
a few fans.
But it's, bruh, have you seen the report? The coming weeks, almost all teams will allow fans in their stands.
Only a limited amount, yes. I see.
It don't matter. It don't matter. If you got Kaepernick, you can raise the price on the ticket. Yes, you can.
To a sucky ass team. Ain't nobody finna pay no extra money to watch Kaepernick going on a sucky team.
Just like how you said, ain't nobody finna pay for his jersey.
I didn't say nobody gonna pay for it. I know it's some dumbasses that's gonna pay for a quarterback's jersey that don't play. Bruh. I know it's people like that. We got black people that can't pay their bills but put rims on their car.
So why wouldn't they pay for a sucky quarterback if they'll pay for a jersey?
A jersey is about style. You gonna pay for a ticket to something that you never gonna have again? Like a jersey, something you can keep, you can rock multiple times.
Just like how a person will pay for a ticket to see a player where they don't know if they're gonna see him again. They say, okay, I want to be the eyes that see him go on.
That's a great iconic. You talking about like when Kobe on the farewell and players like that. AI last year.
He's not iconic to you. Your mind state, bro, can't jump into somebody else's mind that thinks like that. You gotta think when there's diehard Kaepernick fans, whether you want to believe it or not.
I'm sure it is,
and they will pay thousands of dollars to see him play again. I guarantee you. It's celebrities that will pay thousands of dollars to go to his game, to sit in the box seats. Just because you won't, don't mean other people won't. I'm telling you, bro, if his jersey will sell out in an hour, they will go see him physically play. That don't make sense to you?
No, two different things, man.
How is that?
It's two different. Just like when they came out with the Kaepernick shirt with his ass on the shirt with a big ass afro.
Fans
bro.
are fans.
Them sold out.
A physical object. If a physical object that has nothing to do with the player it's like you're not seeing him or nothing will sell out in an hour. Why don't you think tickets to see him physically there on the field will sell out?
Because physically on the field is all right, man. It's not gonna be a good product, Drake.
I'm not saying he's gonna play good.
So you want somebody to just sit there just to say, he's out there and I'm looking.
You so stuck on him going out there playing great. That's what you're stuck on.
It's like paying for a ticket to go see a fucking singer that can't sing no more, that done blew out their pipes.
They do it all the time with Mary J. She can't sing that good no more. But it's Mary J. Blige, the name. She can't sing as good as she used to.
As good as she used to, yeah.
But Mariah Carey, she can't sing as good as she used to.
Yeah, but they got.
Have you ever heard her hit that high note in the New Year's Christmas thing? She can't do it no more.
It didn't go well for her.
Bro, but she will still sell out a concert. Because it's Mary J. Blige.
But it's a lot of machines.
Stevie Wonders cannot sing that good no more.
They can help.
But his residency in Las Vegas sells out every weekend. Like, you're confused about fandom, bro. Now, if a jersey will sell out in hours.
It's always, what I say before, it's always somebody that's going to be on some side. There's always going to be.
Yes,
if
bruh.
Somebody don't like, it's always gonna be somebody that does like it.
But that's not what you. That's what you're not getting is if he's a player, right? That's gonna guarantee some fans that you ain't had. That's diehard that will pay big money, and you're not getting nothing in the back end. Everybody's like, "Oh, this is a losing team. Why pay even? Why watch it even on TV? Oh, they allow fans. We ain't going to that shit.
Well, no,
they're not gonna win.
Says that.
Right?
Nobody says that, bro.
Nobody says that. Who goes to Jacksonville? Who goes to Jacksonville games?
Who go to Jacksonville? Jacksonville still sells out.
Oh my
the
God!
No. They sells out.
See.
Well, Jacksonville right now, the last couple years, that's because they looking like they may move to another state.
Oh my God!
Now teams that do that, that's different.
Oh my God!
Just like the Rams. The Rams sold out every single, even when they sucked, until they said that they may get ready to move. That's when they start having games where they weren't selling out. They sold out even when they was 2-14.
Bro, that's because
in back-to-back years.
That's because they were in a city that only had 2 sports. 3 sports, but one of them
3 sports.
We didn't really support that.
3 sports city.
Like we supported football no matter
football
if they won.
Third sport here.
But we loved football, bro. That's why we fought to get it back.
And then
so it was going to sell out. I was going to Rams games and didn't even watch football for real. I was just going because we had a team.
And all that stopped when it looked like they may move.
No, it didn't. I went to the last game when they played the Seahawks.
You went, but I'm saying they stopped selling out overall. They couldn't sell out no games and they stopped getting put on TV.
Bruh.
I was a Rams fan, so I know.
Bruh.
And I was at them games, and I know how empty the stadiums was.
That last game with the Seahawks, the farewell game, was packed.
That's one game out of 8.
That game was
out of
packed.
Multiple years.
When they played the Chiefs,
and that's only because it was
2
the
weeks
last
before
year.
that. When they played the Chiefs the 2 weeks before that, it was packed. I was there too.
It was because it was the last year. That's it. But every year ain't the last year,
bro, man. You making excuses because you don't want to accept the fact that Kaepernick is popular.
I'm not saying he's not popular. What I'm saying is I don't think no coach or no GM that's struggling is going to sign him because that's a sign of giving up.
It's not a sign you giving up.
Yes, it is.
How?
If you got a badass team and you know you on a hot seat and you go sign a fucking sideshow that ain't practiced, that ain't played.
He is practicing.
With the team. His team does not even look good.
Bro,
that's been on the team. Been playing football for years.
They picked up who was that picked up a quarterback that was fucking working at a pizza place in the middle of the season and played him?
Who?
Who was that player? Who was that quarterback? No, he was retired for 2 years and they picked him out. The Bears picked up before they got to 2
years. He won 2 years. It was what's his name? Josh McCown. He retired that offseason and came back a few months later.
Oh my God.
They offered him all bread, but he was just in the league the year before.
Okay.
And played pretty well.
Okay.
You talking about somebody that ain't been playing for 3 years, ain't never been on whatever team it is he finna go to, never been with them, they don't have no timing, no nothing. You think somebody that's struggling to keep their job is finna just grab a dude that's basically on the street? You saying it's gonna sell tickets. That's not gonna save their job.
They're not trying. See,
they are trying. The GM and the coach are trying to save their
I'm
job.
not talking about the GM and the coach. I'm talking about the owner. I've been talking about the owner the whole time. That's who control the
and
money.
It's still gonna
and
be a sign of giving up, bro.
When I have a business, okay, I'm not worried about how my store manager and my managers feel about my product. You're gonna accept whatever the fuck I bring to the store.
Oh shit. You try that. You won't get no good coach, no good GM, and you can't do it.
If you're finna get fired anyway, I don't give a fuck about you.
But they will see other coaches and GM will see them and be like, oh, that's what you want? Yes, they will. That's why great coaches don't go to teams like the Cowboys because of Jerry. When they see stuff.
How many NFL teams are there?
32.
You know how many coaches are lined up to be a coach in the NFL right now?
Good ones? I don't care about no newbies that's trying to just get an opportunity.
You don't know a good coach until you get it.
Nah, a lot of coaches.
You don't know a good coach until you have one. A lot of coaches
people seen coming.
You can't keep recycling coaches.
No, even the new ones. Sean McVay, seen coming. Kyle Shanahan, seen coming.
It's offensive coordinators right now that would love to coach for the Birds, no matter who they got on their team. Mm-hmm. So why do you think they won't take the job?
I didn't say they wouldn't get a coach. I said you're not going to get a good coach because top coaching candidates and it's not just finna go to know any job because they can pick jobs. They know they hot. They don't have to just take whatever.
Bro, it's limited coaching jobs available.
Like Josh McDaniels the other year. Josh McDaniels, his last year coaching as a head coach was terrible. And they was like, oh man, it's going to be a while before he got a job. He had 4 different job opportunities, took one and then said, you know what? I'm good, and just let the mug go. And that was the coach job when he had a press he signed a contract, had a press conference, said, "Nah, fuck it, I'm good." That's what top coaching candidates can do. You talking about some old borderline, nothing ass coach?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about
no top coaches. If you got a shitty ass owner that's trying to push it on you, like what you said, I don't give a fuck what you think. You gonna do what I tell you? Nobody's signing up for that,
bruh.
Unless they some dude with no type of type of track record.
That's not true. It's always a
man or a retread.
It's always a man that thinks they can handle whatever you finna bring. Like bro. This is $1 million jobs, bro. Why would you turn down?
Because your reputation. When you do so bad at certain jobs, bro, they won't hire you again for them jobs, and you gonna get fired if you fail.
No, you won't.
Man, it's dudes that have failed as head coaches and never been head coaches again.
That's gonna happen. But
there's also coaches that's did horrible and kept coaching.
Coaching, yes.
Nah, I know they're gonna keep coaching because they had a rep prior to them getting there, but they don't be head coaches. There's no horrible head coach that I've seen that's a head coach again. Not horrible. What super bad head coach that's a head coach? He might go be a coordinator. You know what I'm saying? That's different. Special teams coach, offense coordinator, defense coordinator.
So once again, I can't tell you one because it's gonna be a coach that I think is horrible, but you're gonna be like, oh no, that coach.
I'm talking about the league. It's 32 teams. They all feel the same way. It doesn't matter what the fans or the regular people say. If all the teams feel the same way, but you're a bad coach, you're a bad coach.
You said what bad coach?
What coach that did horribly as a head coach? That's a head coach.
Pete Carroll.
He didn't do horrible.
They fired him. Exactly. See, that's what I said. Did I just tell you?
I said horrible. I'm talking about Pete Carroll's record was decent. He wasn't horrible.
Why do you think he got fired and rehired?
Because he didn't have a great dude. You only get so long to win. There's a difference between being horrible and being decent.
I knew you was gonna say that because that's your opinion about what you think is horrible. I thought he was horrible. Why wouldn't you give Beast Mode the ball at the 1? Why wouldn't you?
Give him that's horrible.
Yes!
He had just won a Super Bowl the year before, right?
I don't care.
You're not a horrible coach when you win a Super Bowl the year before.
That don't make you a good coach.
That's a bad decision, but that don't make you a horrible coach because of one play.
The play that decides the game?
You revived that franchise.
Oh, my God.
It was Pete Carroll that revived that franchise. They was nothing.
No, it was the good trades and draft. It was that defense that revived that franchise.
Oh, man.
It was that the Legion of... But was it the Legion of Boom?
And who was picking them out, man?
He wasn't picking
him. Do you know how Seattle, how they power structure works? It's similar to the Patriots.
Oh,
Bill Belichick, he be drafting the players, right?
Oh my God, that is
Andy Reid be drafting the players.
That's not how Seahawks work.
Yes, they are.
That's not how they work, bro.
Him and the old boy.
Because this argument is leading to the same argument that they was having on that one show. And what's the name made it clear that Pete Carroll, the reason why he got fired is because he was making bad picks. He was making bad decisions. That's why he got fired.
When he got fired with the Patriots?
Yes.
Back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, he got better, but he wasn't terrible.
But you just
Terrible would be what's my boy name that just coached for the Dolphins that won like 2 games a year?
Is he bad or
if you win between 6 and 9 games every year, you're marginal. That's not terrible. When you win in between when you win in between none and 1 to 5, 6, that's terrible.
Yeah, all right. You're right, man.
Then he also became one of the greatest college coaches of all time. Like he had to reprove himself,
as any man does when you have a failing season. So if I go in a situation, if I'm finna get a job, see you're proving my situation right about the Cowboys when you say that. Okay, so if I'm a good coach and I say I'm finna prove I'm a good coach, why wouldn't I take that job?
But if you got an owner with that type of attitude that you just said, how you gonna feel like that?
No. That's not a type of attitude. That's first of all the black coaches are gonna line up for the job as soon as they get Kaepernick. As soon as they get Kaepernick, I'm telling you, they are. They are. They're going to be like, okay, I can come in there and change this culture, and Kaepernick's going to bring them attention to us. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be like the Tom Brady press.
I knew you was tripping. Talking about he was horrible. Pete Carroll had a winning record with the damn Patriots. Matter of fact, he ain't even never had no losing season with them.
Bruh, why you get fired?
Because they wanted to hire Bill Belichick.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah, and what did Bill Belichick do? So was they right or was they wrong? All right.
Why he get fired, bro?
Because they identified somebody they felt like was better and was right about it. But what did Bill Belichick going to do?
So if you had a good coach...
You went for a great coach.
No, wait, hold on. First of all, when they got Bill Belichick, he was a losing coach. Yes.
Bill Belichick had a bad record his last year with Cleveland. That doesn't make you a losing coach. What about the years before then? So only your last record is what counts.
The years before that, he was an assistant coach.
No. He was the head coach in Cleveland. He was the head coach in Cleveland more than 1 year.
He had a bad record with Cleveland.
He had a bad season. He had a horrible season. I give you, he had a horrible season with them.
Oh, my God, bro.
But Robert Kraft was ultimately right because they won a Super Bowl within 2 years as soon as they hired Bill Belichick.
Who was Robert Kraft?
The owner.
Exactly.
But he don't think like what you talk about. He let Bill Belichick run the whole show. He don't say,
no.
we going to do what, you don't accept what I tell you.
So you think Belichick wanted Cam or Robert Kraft?
Belichick. Robert Kraft done said he don't. He owned the team, bro. He done said plenty of times, 100 million times. Robert Kraft wanted Brady.
Belichick went on record. No,
Robert Kraft wanted Brady.
Robert Kraft did not want Brady.
Oh man,
because of the fact, no, he didn't. If you watch the, it was a book that I don't know if it was Kraft book or whatever. He said he lost touch of Brady when him and his wife came to his house and was demanding shit. They were saying, Belichick's not respecting Brady, and he's talking down on him in practice. That's what the wife was saying. And Robert Kraft was like, we may have to move on from him because he was agreeing with Belichick.
So why he offered him the contract then that Brady turned down before he left? Because he said he offered him.
He didn't want to look like the bad guy.
Man, if he had the mentality that you said he had,
bro, he didn't want to.
He wouldn't care.
That's what a smart business owner does. You keep the morale on your side by saying, "Hey, I offered him that."
So you think? What about the coach, man? You think if Robert Kraft came with the type of attitude you said Belichick would leave, bro?
Belichick went on record saying that Trubinsky, not Trubinsky. What's that backup quarterback that they was gonna keep?
You talking about Stidham?
Stidham. He went on record saying Stidham is our guy.
Yeah.
He didn't care about Cam Newton. That was a Kraft move, bro.
Kraft do not be making. Kraft done said 100 million times over these 20 years, he do not involve himself in football decisions.
Bro,
you can't get it no more from the man's mouth. He done said it 100 million times. He wrote a book about it. That Stan Kroenke.
That was an upper room move. That was not Belichick that got Cam.
Man, Belichick done that 100 million times.
Just went along with the ride and say, "Oh, Cam
Belichick
is good."
done 100 million times where he done took players that seem like nobody else want and revived their careers. He done it time and time and time and time and time and time again. But he loves doing that.
But just because, see, okay.
That's a Belichick move. You know Belichick history. That's a Belichick move.
Okay, so, all right. Just because that happens every time, okay, doesn't mean that he picks the people. That doesn't mean he chooses them.
You really think Bill Belichick, why for the remainder of his coaching career, you think he gonna allow himself to be dictated to by really anybody?
I feel as if it's not going to come out in front because Patriots have way more respect for each other.
I don't see him being dictated to. When you don't won that much,
I didn't say he dictated anything.
No, I said anybody dictating to him.
I didn't say nobody dictated anything to him, but he was so strong on Stidham that you would never think he was going to get Cam.
I don't think he was so strong on Stidham. I just think he was
Bro,
just
yes,
like, we
he
moving on
was.
from Brady ass.
It was like Stidham is our guy. We got him.
That's what you're supposed
And when
to
they
do.
asked about Cam, no, we're not. We haven't saw any interest, but all of a sudden they get
That's
him.
what you're supposed to do, though. You gonna be fawning over a quarterback you ain't signed when you got to do that you may have to go into the season about?
I didn't say fawning over him. I'm saying he was stuck on Stidham, bro.
Because that's who he had under contract.
Exactly.
You're not gonna talk highly about some dude that you ain't got signed. What if Cam would have said, nah, that contract, which is bullshit. But what if he said, I'm not taking that bullshit ass contract. I'm not coming.
You stuck on Stidham.
So that's what he was saying. He like, hey, that's my guy. And to Belichick, that's my guy till it ain't my guy no more. Cam said, I'll take the little piece of shit ass contract. He said, boom, Stidham, go have a seat.
And I don't understand your reasoning because the whole point of this is that you're saying
I said top level coaches are not going to go to a franchise where the owner is doing basically a publicity stunt. Like what you saying? You talking about, man, it's going to sell tickets, you going to get fans in it. That has nothing to do with winning football games.
A good owner is not going to you don't express your business escapades to your coach. You just say, hey, we going to get Kaepernick a chance. They gonna go with it. All right, let's give them a chance.
Okay.
They are.
You want them to go with it.
They are gonna go with it. Okay, they can have a quarterback back. A good coach is gonna say that he got to prove it on the field, proven in practice. They're not gonna turn down a player that's potentially good. They don't know. Cam showed that everybody was down on him. Nobody thought he was good no more.
Not because of his play, because of his health. It's a difference. Cam was still good when he played. When he played, he was still good. And that's what everybody talk about. Well, when he was healthy.
I'm not comparing the two players. I'm just comparing the situation.
It's not the same, though. Kaepernick, they was down on him because of the protest stuff and because on film, he was bad.
I'm saying his potential. He does have potential to be good.
Where are you getting his potential from if for 3 years he was bad?
Because he wasn't a horrible quarterback. He was not great. He was not a horrible quarterback, man.
What do you define by not great and horrible quarterback? Same thing with the coaches, because you said Pete Carroll was a horrible coach and he never had a losing record. So what do you define as a horrible quarterback?
Well, he made it to the league, so apparently he got.
There's a lot of quarterbacks that make it to the league and leave after a few years.
First of all, he was a good starter his first couple years.
I wish I knew sports.
Which showed that
they didn't have a lot of tape on.
What?
It didn't have a lot of tape on.
He played good his first 2 seasons.
Year and a half.
He played good his first 2 seasons.
Year and a half.
His 2 seasons.
He didn't play a whole season the first season. They had no tape on him. He came in for Alex Smith. And that was the only time that they went to the Super Bowl.
It doesn't matter.
And they got worse every year. The record got worse and his statistics got worse. But it's everybody else's fault, huh? I
didn't say it was nobody's fault. But I'm not going to say
somebody's
dude was a horrible quarterback.
That's like saying Robert Griffin III. You know what I'm saying? He don't still have a starting job. Why? Because what he last put on tape as a starter wasn't good, and people was not following that. You not only want to sign somebody who last few years on tape wasn't good.
Robert Griffin did have a role though for the late ending in his career when he wasn't good. He was third string.
Robert Griffin still playing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
As
he
a backup.
still has a role.
You said sign this dude to be a starter.
Oh, no, what?
You said if you lose him by week 4 or 5, you said sign him and play him. He got a potential to still be good. I didn't say
play him. What are you talking? My whole point was that his jerseys will sell.
And you said people gonna come to watch him do what? What'd you say? Watch him do what?
No, watch him be on the team.
You
see,
said
now
play.
you're trying to analyze.
Go back and listen. You said play. You said watch him play.
No, I said watch him potentially get on the field, bro.
That's not what you said.
My whole goal was to sell jerseys. What are you talking about? My whole goal was that. When did I ever say watch him play?
You said people gonna buy tickets. You said
They
to
gonna
come and
buy
watch him play. You said you think
to hope he gets on the field. Fandom, yes, they're gonna come to see to hope he plays. They are, and the more people that come, the coach might say, "Hey, Kaepernick, come on, let's give them what they want." Because for the whole, even if he don't play, for the whole first 6 weeks, everybody gonna be yelling, "Kaepernick, Kaepernick." They gonna be yelling, "Put him in the game." They gonna be yelling that shit.
Them coaches don't want to deal with. Nobody want to deal with that.
It doesn't really matter if they still keep coming.
Okay, well, we'll see if some owner tells their coach, "Hey, we signing this dude." Because there's gonna be somebody that's horrible week 4 or 5.
I mean, you have no choice.
If I'm an owner and this dude, if just putting him on the sideline boosts his revenue 30%,
I'm signing him.
I'm signing him.
Fuck what you talking about? He's
signing
on my team.
And I guarantee you, I'm 90% sure he's willing to sign any contract they throw at him.
I'm sure he is now too.
Now,
wait.
I like that.
Wait.
I like that.
I don't think so about that either. I don't know about that.
Lord, if he's still on that bullshit.
I don't think Kaepernick's gonna sign anything. He's on a high horse.
Bro.
After that jersey thing, he knows his worth.
Well,
he definitely knows his worth.
and he ain't getting signed. If he on some shit like what you talking about, he's not getting signed.
You see, you don't know good business then, bro.
Okay.
I'm telling you, don't know good business. These billionaires is billionaires for a reason.
I know how them coaches think.
It's not about the coaches.
I know how the owners
How
think.
you know them coach? How you know how they think?
Because I've been a coach. I know the things that a coach is going to want to deal with and not want to deal with, bro.
With money involved?
Hold on, stop. Check this out. Bro, you in your 20s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
So hold on, stop. You in your 20s.
You want to make
hold
bet?
on, check me out. You in your 20s and you've been coaching kids, so that means you know how these coaches think. Now I'm analyzing you in that statement only because you phrased it wrong. Okay, you don't know how they think because you ain't been in the game long enough. That's a whole nother league. What you can say is, I understand what they could possibly think.
Well,
wait. Before you even answer that, it's been multiple times where you could agree with me on this, where I have said, I don't want this to go on deep record. Well, that kid, he ain't really that good, but they parents gonna pay. You telling me you ain't never said that?
That I ain't never said that?
Yeah. They kids gonna pay for them to play, so he may not get in the game for real, but we need that extra revenue. Come on, man, just be real.
I'm trying to think because I'm gonna have to stick to it if I say I said it.
Bro, I've said it, so I know you said it.
I may have thought it. I don't know if I ever said it.
Bro, that's life. If it's revenue, you gonna be like, maybe, hopefully, he get better, and we show him this. But hey, the support he got is gonna be legit.
Okay, in football, I'm gonna tell you, because see, this is not basketball. When it comes to football,
even
the
football,
coaches is what you want. That's the main thing. It's not basketball where one player can take over and say, "Oh, I'm gonna make this thing good." That shit don't matter. This is not a star league. It's a coach league. If you don't have a good coach, you ain't got a good team. No matter what kind of players you got. It doesn't matter. You can put whatever players you want on a team, and if your coach sucks, your team's gonna suck. But that's also why people like the NFL more, because you don't have to hang on what one player wants or what one player does. It doesn't matter who you put on the team. You can put all the collection of talent you want together.
But you're not understanding what I'm saying. If it's
the owners don't want to piss off the coach, because you could piss off the coach for some off the street ass quarterback that only got so much time, and if you piss off that coach,
bro, why are you gonna get mad as a coach if you ain't got to play him? Why are you getting mad?
If you sign that dude, you're gonna have a ton of pressure to play him.
No, you're not.
They only gonna sign, bro.
Why
it's gonna be calls from. It's gonna be calls from the media, calls from the fans.
You can easily. Matter of fact, they said it on NFL Network. You can easily say, if you don't want him on your team, if he comes on your team and he don't perform in practice, he wasn't good enough to play. It's
you know what kind of backlash? No, it's not, because it's too many Kaepernick supporters that's gonna make excuses like he's been out the league all this time. You got to give him time. You got to give him more of a chance.
All they say is give him a chance to compete for a position. That's it.
You know how
If
hard
he
it's gonna
don't
be for
win-
some dude to walk into a new system off the street
Right,
and only got regular practice that week,
The fans,
no OTAs, no
the
nothing.
fans don't control who start because if that's the case,
I'm not talking about the fans for him. It's not a good,
would
it's
have
not
been
a good
starting in
opportunity for
Miami.
him. That's what I'm saying. It's not a good opportunity for him.
For who?
For Kaepernick.
Why ain't it? It's money involved.
For the owners. You just said give him an opportunity. It's not a good opportunity. That's a loaded opportunity for you to sell jerseys.
If he gets a jersey and he's sitting the bench and he's back in the game he loves, that's the opportunity. That's all he been asking for.
You just said if he's not good enough in practice, how is he going to be good in practice if, one, he don't know the players, he don't have time, or he don't know the playbook? So what is he going to do in practice?
How do walk-ons make it on the team?
Well, one, they only walk on prior to the season unless it's an injury. And then if it's an injury,
But it don't matter.
Hey, that's a lie. That's a lie. I lived in Kentucky and knew a brother that straight went as a walk-on for the Cleveland Browns.
They have trials all the time.
I know they have Merritt to go on a practice squad.
But if you're good enough to be in
No, brother.
if you would perform,
started.
Was it an injury? What year was
started.
this? Hold on. What year was this?
He started.
What year?
I lived in Kentucky. When was I in Kentucky, man? I lived there from prior to
2001 to 2006,
2007. I got married in about 96, 97. I got back from Korea in 96, 97.
I think
Why? Because that was a garbage team.
Why do you?
I'm saying
Why do you dislike Kaepernick so
it's
much?
not like
Why
that.
do you dislike Kaepernick?
It's not that I dislike him. It don't have nothing to do with me liking or not liking him. But I'm not gonna say throw him an opportunity. It's other cats.
Why not?
Because it's other cats out.
Who? What?
That what?
That other cats that what? What? Who? What?
That's better.
That's better than Kaepernick.
Yeah. There's other quarterbacks that's better than Kaepernick.
Hey, you ain't seen him play though.
Who? Cap?
He been out the league for how many?
So
years?
hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
How long has Kaepernick been out the league? How long has he not played?
This is his third year.
Third year. So you think he's still at his peak where he was at when he left the league?
Kaepernick?
Yeah.
Hell no. He wasn't at his peak when he was still in the league.
Okay, regardless of what you think his peak is, I'm
telling you, at the worst numbers of his career.
At the level he was at, okay, you think he's diminished.
You should say he been hating on Cap for a long time.
Hey, bro, I've been sitting quiet, and I'm like, bro, you got some deep issues, man.
Lord, man.
I'm trying to understand it, man.
Bro, y'all in this damn anybody that be on y'all side with civil rights, let's just do anything. Like if a motherfucker suck at something, I'm not gonna say they don't suck because they threw their fist up and took a knee.
Ain't nobody saying he don't suck or he do suck. He might be trash.
Now you have finally came off the he probably can still play to sell tickets. Well, that make more sense.
I know this much as somebody that didn't follow sports. I heard his name a lot during the seasons. Prior to him ever taking that knee, I would hear his name, see his picture.
Yeah,
and in my eyes, hold on, don't try and strategize and make an excuse for it. It is what it is. As a non-sports person, I don't watch it, but to see him plastered, that means apparently he's pleasing someone and he's gaining fans.
You right. He did please someone, and them last few years,
for the last
was all
4
years.
For the last 4 years, the topic of the NFL been Tom Brady and Colin Kaepernick. It's like that's easy. Like and he ain't been playing. Tom Brady's been playing, and Kaepernick is still the conversation. Why? If like you literally don't like money if you're a failing team and you don't sign them. That's my point. If you don't sign them and your revenue is dropping and you can't get people in the stand, you can't sell your team's jerseys, and you don't sign Colin Kaepernick after that jersey sale that just happened, where his jerseys go fucking sold out in 2 hours. You literally can't buy the shit nowhere. On eBay, his jerseys are being sold for $2,000 right now. $2,000. And you don't go sign this dude, you don't want to be a successful business. Flat out.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, none of that applies to the NFL teams. Because they're not failing. They're not losing anything. Bro, they are a machine.
Bruh.
None of them are failing. None of the 32 are failing.
So what you're not saying, what you're not seeing is you got teams like the Cowboys. You got, and then you got teams like the Chargers, like the Jacksonville, teams like Miami.
Miami sell out.
Teams like they do.
Now the Chargers and the Jags, what do they have in common though? Teams they were like teams that may be moving.
Teams like the Bengals.
They sell out, especially this year.
Teams like that's because they got a good quarterback now.
Well, a rookie.
That's because they got a good quarterback now, and they got somebody that was sought out and was expected to get a lot of people. Okay, but literally, Cap does not have to touch the field, bro, for your revenue to increase. Like Bug say, 30 plus, bro. You may be getting money. Yes, you're getting money, but if you're not,
if they lose every game at home,
turnover like you want.
You said 30 plus.
I guarantee you.
You think that he gonna generate over $3 billion by himself?
Yes.
Fuck nah.
Yes.
Hell nah.
His jersey sold out in 2 hours from Nike.com.
And I know for a fact they didn't sell $3 billion.
The merch is gonna go off the shelves.
If they had $3 billion of them, they would probably sell.
We'll see when it's over.
Bruh, whose jersey is online right now, non-signature, that's selling for $2,000 on eBay? Who?
He ain't got no stats in the NFL.
Whose jersey?
They're selling for that?
Yeah, without no autograph on it.
That can still play? There's plenty of legends who shit still sell like that.
Bruh, I'm talking about right now that can still play in a millennium. Okay. Whose jersey will sell like that?
Bro, it's looked at as a damn keepsake. Like, this social justice, we can get a piece of this movement that we can keep forever. That's why it's selling like that.
That's what's going to happen when he gets put on the team. They're going to get the official Kaepernick team jersey.
Man, you want them to care a lot more than I believe they actually do about shit that has nothing to do with actual football.
Bruh, business owners, like, for instance, Kraft, they don't care about football. They care about what money comes in their pocket. What's the bottom line of my business that I bought? What is the bottom line? What if I gained? What if I lost? All right, and this year we're gained this much, but we were supposed to peak this much by our potential of wins and what happened because we were supposed to be a good team. We were supposed to be in the Super Bowl. We should have been grossing this much. Why aren't we hitting it? Well, sir, we're losing. What do we need to do? Do we
the way you make money in any sport is winning? There is no such thing as a losing team that's dominating the money.
That's not true. The Cowboys.
They're not losing. They're not losing, and the only reason the Cowboys dominate, man, do you know why? Don't keep using them because they are different than everybody else. They not collectively bargaining a lot of shit. They're separate.
They're America's team.
Yes, they're separate, and they don't share their money. They don't share their revenue like everybody else.
They don't have an owner like Jerry Jones who capitalizes on every aspect of his business.
Right, so don't use the Cowboys as an example. No, you can't use it. Nobody's like him.
They use publicity stunts to gain more money. The Cowgirls started the calendars. Mm-hmm. That has nothing to do with football.
They got their own show for recruiting.
Yes. Mm-hmm. They has nothing to do with football.
They got their own channel. They got their own endorsement deal. They got a lot of their own stuff.
So why can't you? I don't get.
But because you're talking about one person out of how many owners and how many franchises.
Right. You're talking.
You can't always try to pick the exception and try to make it the rule.
What I'm talking about is what's hot. What's hot and what's not. What's hot is what's popping and what's in. You take advantage of that now. When this jerseys go on sale and everybody gets tired of Cap, I'm sure he's going to get cut. That's what's going to happen.
And also, if you're
running a good business,
every major sports team in Texas sells. The Houston Rockets, the San Antonio Spurs, they all sell big in Texas. So let's all say everybody ain't in Texas. That's another thing too. But you keep picking the exception. Stop picking the exceptions and trying to make it the rule. Who other than Jerry Jones can you use as an exception?
At one point,
as an example.
At one point,
and it's only him.
At one point, the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, I forgot his name.
Mark Cuban
was finna go bankrupt and have to sell his business. So Texas is not also always supporting their team.
It wasn't
bro.
it wasn't just Mark Cuban. The NBA was about to go bankrupt.
But you just
you leaving out everything. He's part of the NBA. Yes,
it don't matter. You just said all the Texas teams. You just named the Spurs, and you can't say that. And
oh my God!
Go back on that.
Because you went back 20 years when they was still a failing as a whole sport.
It don't matter.
It's like if somebody got a business,
where they at?
A 5-part business, and a business failing. You like, well,
Bruh,
hey, your part should be working.
First of all, when the NBA was doing bad, all the teams weren't doing bad.
No, they wasn't all losing, but I'm saying them as a whole, the owners as a whole said, we're not making money. We're losing money, paying these players all this money, and we're not recouping what we need to recoup in revenue. Bruh. That's what the NBA owners was saying.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, Reggie.
Man, look, we was supposed to be talking about Charles Barkley. You keep bringing up this shit. He's not finna get signed, man.
No, my point
we keep arguing the same fact year after year. The nigga's not getting signed.
But if he gets signed, my point is, if he gets signed, that team their revenue will increase, bruh.
It may increase, but they ain't worried
about. That's my point.
That's what I'm saying. But you think that
who's worried about him playing? Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying throw him on the field as soon as you get him.
You're not saying that.
No, everybody is saying that. He even said that. I just want a chance to compete. So on the practice field, if I don't compete, I understand. Don't give me a fucking job.
Well, he don't have a choice now. It's years later. What was he saying originally? You always want to keep going back to the humble him.
What was he saying originally?
That kept his ass out the league.
There's nothing wrong with that.
He wanted $20-some million in a starting job.
Bro, what you got to understand is when you're a professional athlete, you have a professional ego.
Yes, you do.
At your job, you feel you do it better than anybody. Do you not? Correct. All right? If you got fired, and then 3 years later they say, you think you can do the job? What are you going to say? Hell yeah, I can do the job, because 3 years ago I was the fucking man. I know I can. Even though you probably don't think you were. I mean, other people don't think you were. But you yourself is going to say, I was the fucking man. That's an athletic ego. That's what these men have.
Again, but
you're going to say that. You can't down that man for feeling how he feels.
I didn't say that. But you also got to understand your circumstances. You got to understand your leverage. You can feel how you want to feel.
He got the most leverage right now.
How the fuck he got any leverage and he still ain't signed?
Because he's still making money, bro.
Okay.
He's still proving niggas wrong.
Who is he proving wrong? Nobody said he wasn't going to make no money. They said, nigga, you ain't going to play.
That's what they said.
He ain't playing.
See, that's wrong. That's what they said. They said the owners were saying if we picked up Kaepernick, it was caused what's the word?
Detrimental
harm to their team, because they will lose in revenue, because a lot of the
people weren't feeling it.
The authentic fans will not feel that if he come out there kneeing and all that. And what are they doing now? They still kneeling. They got Black Lives Matter in the end zone. All types of shit.
It's acceptable now. And what Shannon Sharp say? He said it best. He said it's not a protest no more. It's a demonstration. A protest is some shit that people don't like and they don't agree with.
I understand that fact. I understand.
Yeah, now that it's a demonstration, it's cool for him to do it. But you talking about he got a professional ego. How the hell you get benched twice, cut, and then try to make demands?
Because you still, bro,
I don't know no athlete, even the greatest people, even some of the greats.
No.
When they want a job, they got to understand that I have to have realistic goals and expectations.
For instance, Tom Brady had a horrible last 2 years. The team played good. If you look at his stats, he was not good.
Did you look at his stats? You need to look at his stats. He wasn't horrible.
He was not good.
I think what he had last year, he was like 25.
His QBR was like 73 or something.
That's average is 50. 20-some points above that. Bro, he's in the upper top 15.
He was slowly declining. But he still felt as if he was competing at his highest level, which is called athletic ego. They still gonna feel like they can compete to the level.
Tom Brady was still an all-star player though. And he still had all-star player numbers. Like, he still had really good numbers. He didn't have his prime
Brady
numbers.
Was not an all-star player.
He didn't have his prime numbers.
Oh my God, he was a horrible quarterback his last year.
I ain't never
with the Patriots.
Lord, Tom Brady throws to areas of the field. He don't throw to receivers. The receivers made Tom Brady.
I don't know about that. He ain't never had no top receivers other than Moss for a couple years.
Anything he threw, they caught, right?
It was a system, bro.
Was they not catching the ball?
Not last year, but yeah.
They was catching the ball.
Tom Brady was
catching the ball.
Tom Brady was part of
that
a good
made
system.
him good.
I don't know what Drake is talking about. I'm looking at Tom Brady numbers. He was 24 touchdowns and 8 interceptions over 4,000 yards with a quarterback rating of 88. The year prior to that, he was 4,300 yards, 29 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. Them numbers Kaepernick didn't even hit in his best days. Bruh. And you saying this dude was a horrible quarterback? So what does that say about the dude you arguing about?
Wait. I'm not comparing Tom and
when
Kaepernick.
I called Cap a horrible quarterback, you said, bro, you just hating on him. Why do you got a problem with this man so much?
No. Tom Brady is in a good system, bro. There's a difference between the San Francisco. It's always been a system. It's always been a system.
So you don't think Tom Brady can play outside that system? Well, it's gonna be hard for him to show it now that he's 43. But you don't think he could have ever played outside the system?
You never know.
This dude got like what 3-4 MVP, 6 Super Bowl, and that's all the system.
Because
that same system has went other places, and them quarterbacks weren't good. You know that, right? The dude that was calling his plays has been other places, and it wasn't like that.
It's not the same, bro. When Belichick has literally the Patriots to buy into everything he's doing. At them other places, they didn't. They were still doing it their way and everything. He's in a good situation.
I'm talking about when Josh McDaniels left and became the head man. That's his system. That's who's calling the plays.
That's not Belichick.
No, I'm saying that's whose system they run. They run Josh McDaniels' system.
Who? Belichick?
The Patriots.
Belichick?
Yeah, that's what they run.
But what you're not understanding is that's the offensive coordinator, but the head coach still has final say. Okay? Head coach still has final say. You can be the offensive coordinator. Or what further proves this is when who was the offensive coordinator that got the head coaching job at that they were the previous Patriots head coach. Offensive coordinator.
It was McDaniels. He left and he came back.
He left. Was he a good head coach when he left?
A lot of people don't think so. They said he had a bad personality.
How you not understanding the difference then?
That's what I said. I said it went somewhere else. It was cool. It made Brandon Lloyd career, but it didn't make another Tom Brady, though.
How you not understanding the system, though, that Belichick provides and that Kraft also provides?
Kraft? Why you keep saying Kraft?
Because you got to have the owner to buy into what you doing so you can control shit. The owner matters the most. I'm gonna matter the most to my business.
No matter if you're a supervisor or not have a say on what's going on.
I'm not saying he don't have a say, but his best move ever was hiring and turning over everything to Bill Belichick.
Bro, that's what he said to y'all, man. People, why do you think these
How long
people
was he on the Patriots?
Why do you think these people gotta express they ever loving, dying?
I don't tell them to express anything, but when you come out and say it, I feel the same way on the opposite end.
It's called sound bites.
Why did you say
it's called sound bites. I'm gonna say something so you can shut the fuck up and stop asking me.
So why was he not successful prior to Belichick as an owner? If it's him and he's providing this and that. I didn't
say it was just him. I said Belichick gets the owner to buy in the way he's doing, and when you have when everything's cohesive, it works good. That's all I'm saying.
As a good owner,
I'm not saying the owner did all of it by himself. I'm saying he has a coach that says, "You gonna let me do what I do? Yeah, I'm gonna let you do what you do." But hey, I'm still running this shit. Belichick know that. You think Belichick don't know you still?
He know it's Robert Kraft's team, but he also know Robert Kraft not gonna get in his way in football decisions. Man, I read a book. I'm trying to think of the name of it, and I also heard this from somebody I used to work for. His name was Gary Bertolucci. He said, as an owner, your job is not to be an expert in whatever your business is. It's to hire and manage the experts. That's it. Robert Kraft's job
what's the last word you just said? Hire and what?
And manage them. Make sure they don't get too big for their britches. You keep talking about these football. His only football decision is, I'm putting it in your hands.
You just killed your argument.
That's it. That's his only football decision.
So Robert Kraft is still what?
The owner.
He's still doing what, though?
He owns the team. I guess managing.
Thank you.
He's managing to let Bill Belichick run it. That's what he's doing.
That don't make sense.
There is no such statement.
That's what he's doing.
Let him run it.
Yes, it's like, bro, it's like
you just made up your own phrase.
I'm not okay. You know what? Bill Belichick about what, 70? So he'll be out in a couple years. Let's see what he do next. Because I hate Drake love always trying to take away, especially for some reason, a coach. You do the same thing to Eric Spoelstra from Pat Riley.
Wait. I'm not taking away nothing from Belichick. I said he gets Robert Kraft to buy into what he's doing.
Okay, well, when he's gone, he's the component. All right, he's the product. He's the goal, not Robert Kraft, not the damn players. If Belichick,
if Robert Kraft,
he'll be gone in a couple years.
If Robert Kraft hired a coach. Mm-hmm. That was a good coach, and he bought into what he was saying, but still did the same type of management to where he didn't break his pocket. Look, he don't break his bank for a player. They draft good players.
Belichick don't break.
Develop them,
and he drafts the players.
So Belichick is paying these niggas. He's making the contracts.
Yes, he's making the contracts.
Belichick goes, bruh. There's a room. He don't. Who names on these checks, man?
The overall, like I just said.
Whose names on these checks that the Patriots get?
Robert Kraft.
You think this man, Robert Kraft, is just writing blank checks and giving them to Belichick and saying,
no, he gonna trust Belichick. Belichick's gonna come around with the contract like, this is what I think the dude is worth. Bro. This how I fit up under the crap.
I see.
Robert Kraft gonna say, all right, cool.
You say I never give people credit. You give certain people too much credit.
Oh, my God. Like I said, just like the owner of a company, the owner of any company.
So it's Belichick's team.
Yes, it's Belichick's team, just like my company. You think?
So he running the show.
Yes, he runs the show. He comes up with the contract. He drafts the players. He makes the trades.
What's his name? Bill
Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
He do all that.
Bill Belichick.
And everybody knows he does all that.
Bill Belichick.
Right.
And Robert Kraft is one of the few owners that don't have a ridiculous ego that's willing to say, hey, I'm smart enough to let the expert be the expert.
All right, man.
That's what you got to do. You got to take your ego out of it. That's where Jordan keep fucking up in basketball.
What was your little analogy you was finna do?
Which one? Oh, no, I was talking about because you said who signed a check. Just like I was saying with Gary. Gary signs the check, but Mark is the one that comes up with how much we was all getting paid, approves the overtime, all that shit. Gary signs it because he trusts Mark to get the job done.
No. Okay, first of all, that's how you become a broke millionaire, by just signing checks to your manager. Okay,
you become broke millionaire putting the wrong people in place.
No. Not, even if it's a good person, okay, because that good person may be setting bad rates for pay. First of all, he may be setting bad rates for pay. He may not be equivalating all the bonuses, right, bro? Just because you're the head of something doesn't mean you don't have checks and balances.
I understand the checks and balances. I'm not saying that.
You just said that Belichick does it all. Like Robert Kraft signs a blank check.
I didn't say he signed a blank check. I said he trusts him to get it done. When he know when Bill Belichick coming there with them contracts, he been working with this man for 20 years.
You don't think he go over him?
I'm sure he looks over him. But do I think he read every page of every contract? No, I don't.
And you don't think if he don't agree with what some
have you seen
Belichick
them contracts?
Says, if you think he exactly.
It must be this thick. You think he really read every page of that month?
I bet you
if he don't, he has a lawyer that's looking over him.
He got somebody that, and he sit right by his lawyer.
He's in charge of a multi-billion-dollar billion.
I'm not saying
business.
he don't do nothing. That's not what I'm saying.
Yes, you did.
No, I said when it comes to the football decision, it's more to owning a team than just making the football decision. It's a lot
check
more.
This out.
Exactly. Which is why you would get Kaepernick.
Can y'all answer me this question? Then why do owners, I already know what you're going to say, but why do owners walk the sidelines?
I don't know too many owners that walk sidelines, sit up in the box.
I
know one that does it. The Atlanta Falcons owner, he does it.
I've seen more than one.
I've seen more than one.
Who you see?
To the fit. Kraft used to do it.
Come to the field after the game, yeah. I don't know.
It don't
said
matter.
walking the sideline.
Right. But playoffs,
Oh no, I don't
the
see
big
nobody
game,
walking the playoffs.
Bro, I do.
No.
I'll be seeing them
I
down
watch
there.
a lot of football. I don't never see nobody
Especially if they see the win finna
walk the
happen.
sideline.
They come down.
Yeah, they come down. Then I'm talking about just like walking the sidelines. I don't see no owner doing that except Arthur Blank.
It be owners up in the booth sweating when they team ain't playing good.
I know.
They be up there. That's because they care.
I didn't say he doesn't care. Why you think
And
I'm saying he don't
pay
care?
attention.
Just like when Bug said,
To they picks.
just like when you just said, you got lawyers that's gonna look over the contract of Belichick. Everybody has a job. Belichick's job is handle the football. He got people that handle the accounting. He got people that handle the banking. I'm sure people that handle the stadium, all that stuff. Like Belichick's job is the football. That's his cog in the wheel, the football.
But
Yeah,
you don't think
I've been
he
looking after the wrong
manages
job.
that.
That's the job I need.
You don't think he
It is.
manages that. You don't think he manages that.
I ain't
You
gotta
think he
do
just
nothing.
let him handle it?
Be the
Is that
face
what
of
you're
the
saying?
team.
Did I think he let him handle for the most
He
part?
just lets him handle it.
For the most part, yes. I'm
not-
sure. Like I said, I'm sure he
no.
goes over. If you think, I don't think he goes over everything with a fine tooth comb. No, I don't think that.
Why don't you?
I don't think that at all.
And he losing money.
All these owners do, bruh. That's why they billionaires.
Like you said, you don't do that because you have a system of checks and
if
balances. You have
don't-
you have
bruh,
him watching that, somebody watching
bruh,
him,
bruh,
somebody watching that person.
Bruh. A Warren Buffett statement. I don't know if it was his statement or not. If you don't cross your T's and dot your I's, you will go broke tomorrow.
I'm not saying he don't do that. What I'm saying is he's not
What do you-
micromanaging Bill Belichick.
Micromanagement, you're using it as a derogatory way.
I've never heard it used any other way. When people say
But
the word
that's what- but I'm
micromanagement,
not
it's
saying-
always negative.
I'm not saying micro. No, not
Micromanagement is
I've
not
never heard.
negative.
I've never heard nobody use the term micromanagement as something that they either liked or was in favor of.
because nobody wants somebody to be watching.
Okay, watch
them.
this. Check this out. Check
Nobody
this out.
wants somebody to be
I'm
watching
finna
them all the
get-
time.
And I know
no.
I know supervisors and
But
bosses that don't want to have to do
What
it.
I said
Let me-
was
let me-
like
let-
cross your
Let me
T's
throw
and dot
another
your
word at you.
I's.
Delegate.
Yes.
You like delegate?
Yeah.
That's micromanaging.
Delegating is assigning
Delegating is
different.
micromanaging. It's micromanaging.
Micromanaging.
You are assigning tasks.
Yes.
And you're delegating it right there. and right there.
Micromanaging is when
Micromanaging.
you assign a task and then you go and you watch each person do
You-
each individual
if-
task. And you micromanage
Let me
them.
give you a manager's job. If you assign a task, it is your job to check up on that task, which involves micromanagement.
No, you don't have to
Okay,
micromanage it to check up on
I
it.
see what's going on here. I see what's going on. All right, you're making a narrative that we're trying to say he watches his every move. That's what you're trying to say. That's why you went to the word micromanagement. All right.
Do I think he looking? Yes.
I'm on the stand. That's all I'm saying. You keep saying, bro, you're saying like Belichick takes the candy. It's all mine. I control it. That's what you're saying, bro. That's what you just said multiple times.
What I'm saying is Robert Kraft has a lot of duty. Robert Kraft have a lot of duties, and Bill Belichick's duty in his system, in Robert Kraft's whole thing, he handles the football. He has other people to handle other things. He has scouts. He got people to handle the stadium. He has people that does their jobs. But again, football is the big name thing. So, of course, people want to attribute, it's both of them that does it. No, it's Bill Belichick.
It's okay, so you said you got a dude that handles the stadium, a dude that handles the field paint.
I'm sure.
It's a management that handles concessions.
I'm sure.
It's a management that handles the lights in the stadium. And it's
Cameras.
and it's a management that handles the team. You're saying that there's somebody for all that. What I'm saying is Kraft watches the dude that handles the concession. He watches the dude that handles the field. He watches the dude that handles the lights. He watches the dude that handles the fucking team.
I'm not saying that way. What I say is I don't think his input is as big as you trying to make it. Just 'cause you watch somebody.
If I'm the owner, my input is the biggest input in the fucking room.
See, you take it. Hold on. You're taking it as me saying his input doesn't matter. I'm not saying it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is I don't think he's putting himself in every situation and every decision like you trying to make it out.
No, he puts himself in the situations that matter the most.
Yeah, if it's some type of controversy going, he will jump in.
No, what matters the most is his fucking money. So if he's paying somebody, that's what matters. If Belichick comes to him with a contract with $500,000, he's looking through it with a fine comb because it might have some part in there where the player can sue the whole fucking team. He has to look through that shit because whose company is it and whose ass is on the line? And the bottom line, who can the owners all say and vote him out because nah, he ain't doing right? They ain't gonna vote Belichick out. They not. They gonna vote Kraft out. Kraft gonna lose the team. Kraft gonna lose the money. Bro, Belichick, he may draw out some shit. But guess what Kraft got the power to do, and I'm sure he does it, that we just don't hear about it. I don't like that. Make another one. I don't like that. Make another one.
I don't think that dude is nowhere near as knowledgeable about, like I said, football as you trying to make it out to be, bro.
It's not about football. Contracts aren't about football. Contracts about what money's going out and what money's coming in. That's what contracts are about.
Based on the level of person you trying to give it to.
No. This is where you're right. He trusts Belichick's football knowledge to say, hey, this is a player that I think we can give him this much money. But Kraft is the end all, the be all to say, no, bro, that's not happening. Last year we didn't even pay Tom Brady that much. Why? You need to talk to that kid
and let him know. He ain't gonna say that because he already done fucked that up. Because Stephon Gilmore got more than Tom Brady got paid.
But that's what I'm saying. It's certain. Okay, it's certain players that's gonna use their leverage, bruh. If they know they're a good player and they know they can get so much, and they know, okay, I don't give a fuck if Tom Brady said he's taking a pay cut. I'm not. It's simple as that.
Most do because they win. It's like that's their whole thing.
Most don't.
No, to play for the Patriots.
Do.
To play for the Patriots, you do take a pay cut. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought you was talking about most
superstars.
No.
I'm saying for the Patriots.
They take their check and we suck, but
I'm saying for the Patriots because they win. It's like, do you want to win or you want to get paid? Because you ain't finna do both. You get some money and you'll win.
That's not true. It's some that get paid. It's some that get paid.
I'll give you, they did pay one person top of the league money, and that was Stephon Gilmore. That was the first time that I've ever seen the Patriots pay somebody as the number one player at any position ever.
Because he wasn't afraid of his leverage.
And they did Tom Brady. He was like that for like a year by like $100,000, I think. And then his contract looked like crap after that.
Bruh, I don't want.
But they had Randy. Remember, they wouldn't pay Randy. They wouldn't pay none of them all-star running backs they had, none of them Hall of Fame linemen.
Randy was at the end of his career. He was happy to be on the team.
No, he was not.
He was. People were doubting Randy.
No, he was. Randy was still balling.
Randy was near the end of his career.
Randy was still balling.
And he had potential to still kill, and he knew I need to get a Super Bowl before my time is up.
And then he set the league
on fire. So he went
to a
winning team. He went to a winning team.
At that time, they was kind of.
They was winning.
The
they weren't winning, but they were a good team.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, Belichick is doing good things with this squad over here.
They was like, I think right before they got Randy, like, that's the year they had barely made the playoffs and got their ass whooped by Indy in the championship game.
Bro, they would want to. It was the Patriots. Even when they won the Super Bowl, it was the Patriots, Indianapolis Colts. I'm sorry, the Patriots, Green Bay. And maybe and Pittsburgh. I can't leave my squad out. It was them teams. They were top tier. It's just
and the Ravens.
It was just and San Francisco and the Cowboys.
And the
I
Ravens.
guess they was in the top. Yeah, the Ravens too.
At that time in the mid 2000s, Cowboys on that time. They won shit.
But everybody, Mr. 8-8 was.
He wasn't even there. He wasn't even at that time, he wasn't even a coach. It was
I'm talking
Bill
about
Parcells.
I'm talking about Romo.
Oh, he wasn't a quarterback yet.
He wasn't the quarterback then.
He became the quarterback in 06. The year I think before
the Ravens won when he was quarterback.
Right before Romo, right before Randy went there. I think Romo became the Cowboys quarterback like halfway through that season because I think that's when he dropped that kick in the playoffs. Remember, he caught the ball as a holder and he dropped the motherfucker.
I don't remember that, but I think he was a quarterback. He was a quarterback.
Yeah, because Romo in 06, that's when he became the Cowboys quarterback.
All right, but the point to this, we're going to switch it up. We've been on an hour. I told you I was going to go like this.
The show over.
I told you I was
We
going
got
to go.
10 minutes.
We supposed to be talking about Charles Barkley.
All right, what happened to Charles Barkley?
Damn, Charles Barkley a coon, man.
Oh man, what he said? Well, he said that he afraid that every time somebody get shot by the police, regardless of what they did or what the situation is, people gonna lump them into the innocent person category. And he was like that he was like he don't understand why people so surprised that the people got off for the Breonna Taylor situation, and they trying to compare it to George Floyd. He was like, George Floyd was a man that wasn't doing nothing. They got thrown on the ground and got basically choked to death by somebody's knee. He was like the Breonna Taylor situation. Yeah, she got shot, but they started shooting because they were shot at and hit. Which, in any situation, that's what's going to happen. Whether you black, white, you think you're innocent, you're guilty. If you start shooting at or near the police, they're going to shoot back. And they're not going. And it's. I think they said at the time it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was dark, and they start shooting. Now, what I don't like is what Charles fucked up was he shouldn't have made that statement. Yeah, the police are gonna shoot. You know what I'm saying? But the problem lies that a lot of people got. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people, but what people should be mad about is all the lies that went on with the situation. You know what I'm saying? About the whole. Did they knock or did they, you know what I'm saying, and announce themselves, did they not? You know what I'm saying? The lieutenant lied on the warrant to get that no-knock warrant in the first place. The fact that they said she had no injuries on the original police report. Like, that's the shit that they should have got charged for at least some of that shit.
Okay. Well, the fact remains, okay, is police, that's a fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They're all under one union. All of them. Every single last one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Each state, county badge, state police, they're under one union. So anytime they discharge their weapon, they already got a motherfucker standing there defending them. They already got they store together, they got them. The first thing they do, they put them on desk duty. You know what that is? That means you go to this appointment to talk to this motherfucker so we can get your story right. Regardless of what the fuck happened, we're going to get your story right. We got you. You good. Okay? That's where it needs to change. Okay? He is exactly right when he said every time a cop kills someone, from here on, whoever they kill is going to be a victim. And it's not because somebody's fucked up way of thinking. It's because that's what they've created. That's what they want. That video I showed you, you need to listen to that, man. This is a country white boy. He tells you he comes from a poor family in a poor area, country, and he broke it down.
You got the video?
Yeah.
Play it on it?
We some stupid motherfuckers. If you don't see it, you stay. God damn, boy, this country going to hell in a handbasket.
Play it.
Going.
Right, if you man,
Going.
right, you ain't lived long enough to understand how good we had it and where it was going. Until they put this fucker in office and made him the president, and
Man, all these presidents we done had
I'm getting
been
heated
terrible.
on some bullshit.
Like I told Drake, we ain't had no good president. Not black people. We ain't had no good
the honest to God truth.
since we've been
Like I told my Caucasian boss
I
today.
think people expect change.
I stopped caring a long time ago.
I think
because it's gonna be fucked up from here on. He said, "You know what, James? You're right.
It was fucked up before.
It don't matter.
Before Trump got in there, bro. We have not had a good president in our lifetime. Not me, not you. You older than me.
It ain't about that president. That president is a pawn.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't
all of them are pawns. There has not been a president that really has had that's been that impactful since probably like the '60s. Honestly,
I think
a president.
Wait. So most people get confused with change. They expect dramatic change to where it's this way, then it's that way. That's not how it works. For something to progress, it may not be big enough for you to see. It's like when you blow up a balloon. At one point, you feel as if ain't no air going into it. but it's slowly getting bigger. It's just blowing it up slow. I'm not talking about fast breaths. This government and how it has been, like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's the same meaning that if you cannot, I mean, if you make a change in something, it's not something that it's not a light switch. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be they fucked up, now it's unfucked up. It's not gonna happen like that. It's gonna slowly happen. And I guess what I hear what you were saying is, before Trump got in office, we were on an incline to where it wasn't great for us. It wasn't great for us, but it was more so of black businesses that was increasing. It was slow. It was slow things that was increasing. The middle class was getting more diverse, as in black and white. It wasn't so much of the black or the poor. Middle class is the white family, picket fence, rich is white or white. And if you got lucky, you was a black person, you skipped the middle class. We was when they talk about poor class, they were literally looking at black folks. When Obama did something for us physically, not systemly, not a bill, not nothing like that. When he became president, certain white people didn't look at a black man as in, hey, he's dangerous. It kind of changed certain people's mentality. He could be a president. So let me get this black kid a chance. It did slowly make change in certain people's mind. It may not have affected you, but it affected somebody else.
Some kids studied harder.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It was kids. People dreamed differently.
They were going to college. Black people were actually trying to go to college.
Let me play some of this, man, because it's pretty long, man. But I want let me give credit where credit's due, man. This from this guy Papa Duck, man. I follow him on Facebook, and he got this white guy, man. And I'm gonna let him tell it, man. This shit is fucking crazy. Not the fact what he's saying, because I know it, but how can you preach it to it? Oh my God, just check him out.
A lot of people waking up, a lot of people seeing what's going on, no matter what color you are. But for those very few,
that's Papa Duck.
Especially black,
he's a black
guy. They don't see what's going on. I want y'all to see this video. I want y'all to check this out, because if he can understand this, I know damn well you can understand it. You get what I'm saying? And like I say, I ain't trying to be, I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes, hurt nobody's feelings, but I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. We need to stop that. You understand me? When I saw this video, I had to do a video on this. And I want y'all to pay close attention. I could tell that this dude been doing his research. He know what he's talking about. And I want y'all to get this through and through. So share it to your cousin, your people, your family, whoever. I want them to check this video out, man. And if y'all miss anything, please rewind it. Let's go.
Listen, I have a message of life for a particular group of people in America, which is the young black male in particular, but really most of all black American. And I got a very strong, serious message for you, and I hope you take it as strong and as serious as I give it to you, because it comes from my heart, and it also comes from a lot of knowledge and paying attention to this. But before I get started, I'm going to say right now, I have not a one bit of understanding about the plight or being an urban black man or human in America,
He don't even know how to
much
say
less the urban areas. I did spend a large portion of my life in the South, and I was raised with poor country folks, so I know country folks and I know country community, okay, and super poor. So, but where you were able to take care of each other. So before I get started, I just want to say I'm not some social justice warrior. I'm just a amateur historian and a brother that cares. And I hate the powers that be. I hate the kings that think they are in power over all of us. So I just want to tell you that the way things are today have been planned for you. Everything from the way you dress to the music you listen to the attitude, the world's largest in history prison system. All this has been created just for you.
How many times I've said that? I've said the same very thing time after time. This is why this video is so important. Pay attention.
I've been on that.
A lot of people going to disagree with me on that, but I'm going to tell you why. They want to, it's basically a good way of controlling and depopulating or keeping a population. If you'll notice, the black population in America hardly ever rises over 12 or 13%. It usually stays a steady 10 to 13%. That's strange when others seem to fluctuate, go up and down. You gotta kind of look at that and take it with more than a grain of salt. But in the early 70s, after the LBJ, the Lyndon Johnson, or President Johnson, they started the Civil Rights Act. They wanted to make you a minority, make you dependent on the government, make you think that they were there to help you. And all the time, the plan was just to destroy the black family.
Bingo. Bingo. This is why all these governmental assistance programs were created. The housing, the Section 8. It was created to remove the responsibility of the black man out of the home. Now the government becomes the dependent. So when the government say, hey, I need this document, how much money you making? They all in your business. You quick to follow suit with them and respect them. But when it comes to the man, you don't have to respect because he don't pay your bills. The government do. It was all designed. And the crazy part about it is they got a lot of our black women sold by the neck. So some of them don't even want to advance. They don't want to get a better job because they feel like they're going to get kicked off the program. Like I say, I'm not going against you. I'm just showing you just how you blame the oppressor and not the oppressed. Pay close attention.
It was to rip you apart. Proof of this is just later on in the Nixon administration. I believe it was in 73, the Roe versus Wade decision came up to legalize abortion. And the black mother back then was still very strong. The family unit was still very intact. So they knew that they couldn't do it just by saying, hey, it's legal to get rid of a baby. Nobody would do that. But when you make it a right, when you make it something that they're holding against you or a woman's right to choose, they used a lot of psychological warfare on that one, that's for sure. But it wasn't for women's rights so much as it was to depop. They had predicted, the government looks at statistics, and they had predicted that there was going to be this super giant rise in the late 80s and early 90s, and especially in the 90s of urban youth, black youth, all right? And this was going to cause a lot of gang violence. This could even be a takeover of the cities. They even had movies about it in the 70s, like The Warriors, where the gangs were going to take over. And some guy named, I think his name was Cyrus, was going to take over. And but anyway, they really feared this. So they basically decided to allow the criminal to be killed before it was born. And I say that because that's the way it was. That's the way this plan was laid out. That's why this really happened. It was so they could kill this population wave that was coming up, that they knew was coming up, and it would be in the urban areas, which would probably cause more gang violence and takeovers of the cities, like I said. Now, you go from that, then you look at how they flooded the streets with during the 80s with the crack. It hit the urban areas the hardest. The other more class-related areas of town, the partying was always with the powder. No, the crack hit the urban cities, and this also caused a lot of violence and caused a lot of killing each other.
Man, I love this video. Listen, he's so correct. You see how he said crack cocaine hit the urban hoods, and in the suburban areas, they had powder. Now, I'm finna prove to you how we know it's another entity that's bringing that in. Because as long as you've been on the streets, have you ever seen a person turn a poppy plant to cocaine? Pay close attention.
About that time, the Clinton administration, y'all think the Clintons were big liberals. The Clinton administration was trying to figure out a way of marking you as a criminal, as having a thug mentality. So probably starting around 91, I believe, they started to infiltrate the prison system, especially I believe in Cochran, California, and they started making that popular. Matter of fact, I hate to tell you, brothers, this, but many of y'all have been infiltrated by the CIA and the FBI to promote a lot of things. The music, but anyway, the bust and the sag and the flat brim hat, the Nikes. Look how many people get murdered over Nikes. Now, that's just a thing, but it's also a marker. This would show a fashion that would lean towards a thug mentality. So they could actually mark you in the street and see you. They wouldn't have to ask your ID. They just say, hey, that guy's most likely, because they go by statistics, is most likely to be a thug. He thinks like that. He dresses like that. So apparently he is like that. That way they could come after you. And guess what? When you're holding your britches, you can't really run. So part of that was to make it a little bit easier to capture you. So if you did try to run, or to probably make you more likely to stand and just face the officer thinking you might get away with it because you're not doing nothing. How many times has the police come up on you and you're not doing nothing and you got away with it? So I just want to ask you that, because that part of America is very real. That's the other thing. Around the same time, the rap music started getting really big, but also that music leaned towards criminal behavior, treating women bad, money, you know, everything for you, bling, bling, all that, take it, it's yours. But there was no censorship of that. And you think that the music, well, they didn't censor our music. They don't censor nobody's music. Well, I just want to say at that same time period, the heavy metal, especially the thrash metal, bands like Megadeth and Metallica. Look at the Metallica album, Injustice
for All.
It's about the New World Order, about how the shadow government takes us.
They banned Metallica and a whole bunch
all the
of shit.
things about the government. The PMRC back then, which was a regulatory thing for music, they labeled their music. They didn't label anybody else's music, but it was allowed to go. And even when people spoke out about it and said this mentality is actually destructive, the music is great. The telling a story of urban life is great, but some of this has turned into look at how everybody started to act, and they see people on TV and they see people in the music industry acting a certain way. This also caused a lot of murder, a lot of gang violence, a lot of killing of each other. They have you killing each other is the whole point I'm trying to tell you, brothers. This is planned on you through fashion, through music, through social media, through the television, through laws, through the prison system. They got you thinking that some of you fellas thinking that it's cool to go to prison, like you're going to go get your mark and that's going to show that you're tough. They give you all these things to die for. I die for my dogs. I die for my brother. I die for my gang. I die for my people. But they never tell you nothing to live for, brothers. Oh my God, I hope you can see the evil in that. They took away teaching you anything about real life, mothering of the woman, the being the sister, being the man of the house. And it's all to get something, money and hoes, having all the women you can have, just doing this, that, and the other. And look they took the man out of the home. I told you before, in 1964, when the government said they was helping you, which is actually when they started to destroy you, the black family was 78% intact. And today it's 7% intact. And you're just, and the black people are just.
Did you hear that number?
Yeah, it's 78 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Man, I've been saying that.
Let me let him finish.
Right behind, like white people in abortions, but you're only 13% of the population. So that's way more. See what I'm saying? You got now you times it like by 6. That's how many more of your, what you want to say, your people. And I don't care about it, labels, y'all. I get labeled and I don't care. What I am is a brother that knows the truth about your history. Let's just say since the 60s. I'm not going to go way back. See, that's the other thing. They don't teach you nothing in school except for about the bad things of history. They don't teach you in school about how the original man, the original civilization, the kings of old. I mean, they never teach you that part.
Nope.
They take away the people that build nations, build black nations like they did to Gaddafi. Look what they did to that man in Libya. So they keep you down this way by making you fight each other. Now, that's the biggest point that I'm going to make to you right now. They have you doing their dirty work for you. So please research why they popularized busing and sag. Please research why the rap music was allowed to stay violent towards women and criminal towards getting money for drug deals. Please research we are the largest prison system in the world and about 80% black. And down in the South, it's like 85 to 87% black. Look at the inner city murder rates and look at how it applies to you.
This is facts. Man, we've been born and raised to hate and kill each other. I keep telling you, when a hunter take a blade and put blood on it, hide the blade in the snow, and then a wolf walk up, smell the blood, he start licking the blade, not knowing he just cut himself, but he's still licking, not knowing he licking his own blood until he died. You cannot blame the wolf for trying to eat. You have to blame the hunter, the oppressor. I keep telling y'all, this is a setup.
That's all government. They've been on it for years.
Look, I played that for one reason, man.
I get what you're saying. The mind state of somebody.
It's all designed to switch the way you think.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, as a black man, if I sit here and defend any, listen to what I say, any nationality against my own race, what I said?
I mean, it got you. It got you.
If I, as a black man, defend any nationality against my own race, whether right or wrong, if I give excuse, make reason for, they've manipulated my way of thinking to turn me against my own kind. That's a powerful fucking thing. This is a country that actually used remote locating is the technical term for it, meaning to sit here and use my mind to locate something, maybe in another state or maybe in another room, just using my mind, and try and weaponize it. Man, look, I love you because you my blood, brother. I'll kill anybody over this motherfucker. I love you because of that melanin in your skin. You got a hell of a lot more than I do. You know what I'm saying? But that's because I got some of that Caucasian melanin in me.
Well, they don't have melanin, so
well, you know,
just got contagion.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It get you political. Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying.
I get you.
I could disagree with you from here to the end, to the moon and back. We can argue all fucking day, but at the end of the day, I die for you. I ain't got to know you,
and that's what I was getting to, where we don't have enough brothers that'll say, "Oh man, yeah, you doing bad, man. Let me try to give you some knowledge of what you can do to be on the level I'm at, or what can you like? You don't want to get right, man, but you gotta get right. You just can't give up on people, and I know that's not your job, and you gonna end up stressing out yourself, but if you go about it right, it shouldn't stress you out. You should be able to still carry on your day and still give knowledge to somebody else.
That's another part of that conditioning. Okay, we as a people, we have a problem with forgiveness. How can you forgive when you've been done wrong for so long, generationally? How can you learn to forgive?
But we do though. We forgive like one thing, one image that I really can't get out of my head is when old dude, it was was it Darren Wilson, or was it no, I think it was not, it wasn't.
We forgive other races very quickly.
It wasn't Darren Wilson, but it was a police shooting. I think it was Tamir Rice, and the mother came up and hugged the police officer and said, "I forgive you."
That was self-healing.
Yeah.
That's something, put it like this. Had she not forgiven that man, she'd have went crazy.
It'd bother her for the rest of her life.
Yeah. You have to.
It probably still gonna bother her for the rest of her life.
That's gonna bother him for the rest of his life.
I still bother her because her child should never see him grow. Like, that'll bother me for the rest of my life.
But look, my point was this, man.
Life cut too short.
We as a people, we need to recognize how we view ourselves and each other. Am I making sense?
Oh yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally
Not
agree.
being so quick to judge. If you're gonna judge for the better reasons.
And you know what? And this is what I said. Like, my whole life, I gave people chances. Okay, I used to let people record in the studio. I had the music studio.
I know that best. I did a lot of sessions for free.
I used to record for free, and not only for free. It was cats that I knew probably couldn't rap that well, but I seen it.
Had a few of them.
I was like, bro, you really want to do this? Yeah, bro, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? It was always because I'd rather you be here doing something that ain't negative than out there doing something that out there doing something that's negative. You know what I mean? So and then it might even. I invite you in my home studio. You might steal from me. You might take some, and I know you stole it, but I'm not gonna be mad, because I can make that back. I can get some more weed, or whatever it was. You know what I mean? I can get another one, man. And that's just, I know where you stand. Now, if I invite you again, I'm watching you. You know what I mean? I got my eye on you. That probably won't happen again.
That's why I be disagreeing with like Bud. He be talking about Trump. I feel like Trump, man, has been a pure revelation to America, because now I know where everybody stands.
Oh, yeah.
He done made motherfuckers so comfortable to show their true colors and not hide in their skin. Like, one thing I say about Obama made stuff, people felt like he made stuff cool, but I feel like he just made it very unpopular to say how you really felt. Like, if you was on some negative shit, people was just like, oh man, you fucked up. So people just kind of kept quiet. But Trump done brought all the shit out of these folks.
No, listen.
So you think chaos is better?
No, I'm gonna tell
let
you.
me know. Like, you look, the person I'm most afraid of is the person that I don't see coming.
No, listen.
You know what I'm saying? If I know you an enemy and I can see, you know what I'm saying, I can fight that.
Look,
but if I think you an ally and I turn my back to you, ain't no way to guard against getting stabbed in the back.
That's the misperception, man. Trump made it, I could damn near say, legal to be racist, man.
It's not illegal to be racist.
No, man, listen. Okay. You got to have older people. When I say older,
No,
I mean,
I don't think you meant legal. He made it morally right to be racist.
there you go.
He made it like racism is an okay thing.
Racism,
I can hate you.
Racism will never.
There was some people that wasn't even racist, but now since Trump said build a wall with the Mexicans, all of a sudden they hate Mexicans. Like, Mexicans affect their fucking life.
That's always been in him.
Trump has started a civil war in this country, man. If you don't see it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Because that's just like, I mean, Trump is what Lincoln wasn't. Lincoln was like more like Obama. Yeah, a lot of people hush their mouth, but you either get with the program or don't be in our country. These black people gonna be here. That don't make it okay to hate them.
You ain't got to like them, but you ain't gonna do this.
And that's what Lincoln did. He
Trump said, "Hey,
we're not having slaves. Y'all got a problem with Civil War. It is what it is."
Man, you know I disagree with that.
Civil War.
Lincoln was trying to win a war. If they could have won that war against the South without freeing the slaves, they wouldn't have been freed. That was a strategic move.
You're probably 100% right.
Yeah,
but
it was a strategic move.
You know what that white man did? He kept his word.
He did what was necessary.
He kept his fucking word. He was a morally good man, and that's why he's honored to this day. Regardless, he was a white man growing up in the South. He lived by racial, moral codes. He had slaves. He lived around slaves. He was taken care of by slaves. It was what it was for that time, man. Racism will never leave this country. It had gotten to a point where it was less of a sheet to more of a quilt that was covering it. Yeah, we were living free. We're making money. Things were nice. but you didn't have a white person calling you niggers in your face. You wasn't dealing with motherfuckers just killing blacks. And when I say I'm talking about the cops, man.
What are you talking about? When was this? What are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
I'm saying
they weren't
when were you
just
talking
out
about?
here.
You said
They weren't just killing motherfuckers in the open on camera and doing the shit and just.
Oh, they was doing it. It just wasn't on camera. They was doing it.
Oh, okay.
Some of the biggest shootings that we talk about happened prior to Trump getting in office. That wasn't Trump. They been doing it. This ain't. It's been going on since.
Besides the fucking point,
for years and years
Besides
and years.
the fucking point. Besides the fucking point. The shit is here, man. And if you choose to make excuses for them, then when that time comes, and this is what I'm saying to all my black people, okay? When that time comes, if it comes, I pray it doesn't, but when that time comes, choose your size correctly. Because I know these niggas out here today ain't taking no answers.
I'm kind of fucked up. I'm gonna look at both sides and see who got the most people. I'm going on. I'm
hey, it is what it is, man. Especially.
Hold on, they got 50. I got 100.
Look,
all right, I'm on there.
The biggest mistake you can make is to think that there's an opportunity for racism to go away. It's not.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna switch it up. On a lighter note, did y'all know that police raid in Vietnam finds more than 300,000 used condoms being packed for resale?
I saw that sick shit. I don't believe that.
They got the footage of it.
I don't believe that.
It is true. Police in Vietnam said they found about 320,000 recycled used condoms that were being repackaged as new. Local media report on Thursday, according to the Associated Press. Oh shit! Let me fix that.
So they did test.
Market.
Go ahead, finish.
Market inspectors in Bang Dong province raided a factory near Ho Chi Minh City, where
Ho Chi Minh.
Ho Chi Minh, yeah, Ho Chi Minh City, where they discovered used condoms being repackaged to be sold at the market. An inspector said the factory's 34-year-old owner, a woman, confessed they purchased the condoms from someone else. The state-owned Tao Trade newspaper reported, according to the AP. Image found in video reported allegedly used. All right, let me see if they got a video. That's gross.
So who collects condoms? Used condoms. And where did they collect them?
That's a good question.
Are they in a brothel taking all the condoms that are being used and taking them back and selling them?
Or probably some little sex club, and they like, make sure you throw all the way the condoms in here. Throw it in this bucket. You know how kind of like when you at the hospital, they throw all. Wait.
I can't even use a condom.
I always had a thought, like one of the reasons I didn't mind shots. If you guys mom should tell you I like shots. Like I used to, after I get a shot, I get up, do some push-ups. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a tough guy. But one of the reasons I didn't like them is because after you take a shot, what do they do with the needle?
Throw it away.
They don't just throw it away in the trash.
It's a little separate. It's a little separate.
It's a separate bucket that they put in the
they're
trash.
Repurposed.
Yeah. So I always thought, like, what if these needles are being reused, bro? Like, it ain't shit to take they sell them now for homes, a vacuum sealed package thing. You know what I mean? It ain't shit to vacuum pack something and say, oh yeah, look, it's brand new. You know what I mean?
So you don't think they sterilize?
Nah, bro. I used to think like
they just take it right out the thing. And
what is sterilization?
I mean, clean as best as you can. That's basically what it is.
I like that. I like that answer.
Clean
I like that answer.
As best as you can do.
You can get it 100% clean. You can. In a clean room and vacuum sealed it. It's probably what they do, in the packaging. But once that package is open, It's contaminated.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I used to be like, man, what if I get something by using this damn
Son to know that I tried my
well, that's not it. It's finna be the
hardest to
report
make
on
things better.
on the young I mean not the young, the condoms. Alright, go ahead, turn it up. Oh man, it's one of them with just the video, the picture.
Yeah, I think that's the one
Oh
I
man,
saw.
this is gross.
Yeah, this shit nasty, man.
They got condoms in all types of bags, bro. Oh, that's gross. Y'all gotta see this. I wish he wasn't on radio.
But you know what? Okay, I'll make an argument. I'll make an argument for the used condoms.
So they probably sit there and re-roll them?
I've used condoms where I haven't busted a nut in them. So wouldn't that be safe to reuse if it's clean?
Hell
Nah. Spit all on your dick.
Hold on. So you saying
All in her?
Whoa. So you saying my dick ain't clean?
I'm saying I don't want whatever.
The reason they put condoms in that package, the lubricated package, is because the latex dries out as soon as it hits air. So trying to reuse it is going to be like using a dry ass glove unless you re-lubricate it.
But check this out. Did you know the first original condoms, all the way up to the
Lambskin
lifestyle,
dry ass condoms?
they were all dry.
I got a booty call.
They are all
Lambskin.
dry. It wasn't until the lifestyles. What was after lifestyle?
Was it Trojan?
Trojan.
Yeah.
Then it was Trojan, and then from there, you know.
Yeah, Trojan been out for a long time. I remember them old commercials. Trojan, man.
Dude, Papa was standing up like that.
That shit was crazy.
Man, so he finally responded.
Who?
Tory Lanez.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's going to be the last thing we talk about, and then we're going to get out of here. Tory Lanez. You got the video on that? I want to play that song.
Which one? Because he going in on all the album.
The song.
He going in on the album.
Well, he's never.
Can I say something? When it first started, didn't I say it wasn't going to be what it looked like?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, he's never said that he didn't shoot her yet.
Yeah, he did. Yes,
Listen.
he did on the album. I listened to the whole album.
Listen.
Bro, he ain't never say
He
Bro, he
first
said
of
he
all,
been framed.
First of all, he said
he did say
she
you-
was too drunk
you
to
said
remember
Yeah,
anything.
and he
idea.
said if you got shot from the back, how you gonna identify me?
How did you get shot and it didn't hit no bone?
Mm-hmm. He said that too. Yep, no bone, no tendon.
You know what I'm saying? That painted a
Bruh.
picture for me. I know what happened.
He not a doctor or he don't know nothing about no the
Well,
directory of
I give
bullet or
I
nothing.
give it about a week. Well, if you shoot somebody in the foot, no matter what size bullet it is, it's going to hit something. You know what I'm saying? It's going something's going to get hit.
If she got shot in the heel of her foot, the fattier part, or maybe even.
Oh, they said it was the top, didn't it? Like this part, like before the toe, like right here.
Nah, they said it was behind her leg, behind her, the back of her foot.
I just had twice.
Yeah, it said it went through somewhere else.
See what I'm saying?
So-
It all depends.
Something got hit.
Basically, I'm sticking to my guns. I think it was a fluke. Like I said, she was probably, because we talked about this, man. She was probably drunk and got to tripping, handling
And he
the
talked
gun.
about what made her flip out.
Yeah.
Stuff with Kylie and stuff.
Okay. So let me get this straight. Y'all on Tory Lane's side.
No,
I'm not on nobody's side till the
no.
facts come out.
Look,
But I'm not gonna just believe her because she got a bullet wound.
they said it on the radio. That's what I heard.
What?
All right. There's always
She
three.
got shot by somebody.
Right, that don't make it him.
There's always
That's what I'm
look.
saying.
There's always three sides to every story. Your side, his side,
And
and
the
the
truth.
truth. Okay, it doesn't mean this person's lying or this person's lying. You know, it's just their perception as to what happened. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find out.
And
She got shot by something or somebody.
She got shot. No, somebody pulled that
Yeah,
trigger,
somebody.
or somebody was holding the gun, and the gun went off.
that's what I'm saying.
You know,
No matter what it was,
that gun didn't fire itself.
no
We
matter,
know that.
No matter what happened, it was Tory Lane's gun and Tory Lane's bullet. Any normal person would be charged just like that.
So don't you think it's a reason why?
That he didn't get charged?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got money. It's a different thing when you're signed to a big... Tory Lanez is not just a regular artist. He's a global artist. He's
Canada.
He's a Canadian artist, and he's big in the United States, and he's big in Africa. Like, he has major hits. Major hits. He's on a whole nother level.
Because I don't want to criminalize nobody. I don't wanna. Yeah. Have you ever seen or been around or been in a situation, this could be a rhetorical question, but where you may see them have a gun and they're uncomfortable and they take it out, put it on the table, and someone has a reaction. Oh, wow, what kind is that? And they reach for it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you thinking she shot herself?
I didn't say that. I don't know what happened. I'm waiting to find out. But I'm just saying.
But that that would be a possible situation if everybody didn't say she was shot outside the car walking away. Because everybody...
Who was everybody? Her friend? Because it was 4 people in the car.
So the security guard talked and Tory Lanez talked. They never said who shot or what happened. But what they said was Megan got mad, stormed out the car.
And they never said it was Tory Lanez's gun. Tory Lanez had a gun, but they never said it was his gun is the gun that shot her. He did have a gun on him, but...
That was the only gun in the car.
That's what I'm saying, but she got shot outside the car. What if it was...
While he was yelling outside the car.
I'm saying, what if it was a stray? What if it's somebody else got into it? You know what I'm saying?
What if it was her little pocket rocket?
No, there was only one gun found on the scene.
Yeah, it was in his car, and he had a gun. It's like... In my car, you go in my car, you find a gun. But if somebody gets shot, like we
outside
right here,
the car,
that's what I'm saying. So, like right now, if somebody gets shooting outside,
you're trying to say like
bullets bounce, man.
But guys, bullets out of a gun leave ballistic evidence. Okay,
facts.
It's gonna show where the bullet came from, what casing, what gun was released, and
none of that ever said nothing about him.
The gun was fired. The gun that was in the car was the bullet. Was the gun that hit her leg, bro.
See, I ain't read that.
That it was the same gun. It was that gun and this bullet. They said they found 2 shell casings. They found one in the car and one outside the car. That's what the report.
Does it make it him?
I'm not saying it was him, but it was.
In close proximity, you can fire a handgun outside of a vehicle. And the casing end up in the car.
What they were saying is that Tory Lanez was trying to scare somebody and shot in the air, and it ricocheted in her toe. That's why he's saying, I didn't shoot you. I didn't shoot you. I shot somewhere else, and you were circumstances was not good for you, basically. You know what I mean? But in the laws, if I shoot in the air, being all happy, and which rarely happens, my bullet comes directly down and kill the person next to me. I'm getting charged
you shoot and
for murder.
Hit something and pop off.
I'm still getting charged for murder. I'm still getting charged.
All depends.
Little old me is getting charged for murder.
All depends.
So is this what the different case files are saying?
The different story. I don't know. This is my hypothetical situation.
Okay.
So if little old me's getting arrested and I'm going to jail probably, or I might not get first degree murder. What is it? Second degree is the worst. Third degree is the worst.
No, first is the worst.
First is the worst. I might get like a third degree involuntary manslaughter or something like that, which I will be getting out 5 to 10. You know what I mean? But I'm still gonna do some time because when you get a gun, when you take your license, what are some of the rules they tell you?
Kill him if you gotta shoot him.
No, I'm talking about discharging your weapon without proper reason to discharge it.
Oh, you don't get in trouble.
Yeah, you can't just go out shooting in the air. You're getting jail time just for that alone. Whether you shot somebody or not, if you get caught in that action, you're getting jail time because it's reckless endangerment. You know what I mean? It's just like what they're doing to the Breonna Taylor's police officer. What they're trying to charge him with?
One time.
Yeah, shooting the wall of somebody else's apartment. Okay, so I shoot in the air. and it hits somebody, I'm going to jail. But if I got money like Tory Lanez, if I got people behind me like Tory Lanez, I'm not going to see that same time. I'm telling Tory Lanez, just keep hush-hush about it until we pay the people we got to, till we do what we got to do.
You said
till
it.
we talk
You
to
said
these
you
people.
making them sound guilty. We don't know if he's
It
guilty.
don't matter if you're guilty or not. It's about PR. Okay? If he's guilty, they're still going to try to make it look good. If he's not guilty, they're going to try to make it look good. It doesn't matter. Like Megan Thee Stallion was saying, this is why she went out and said it, because all his people were making blogs.
Her PR team just tried to get ahead.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they were
That's
trying
all.
to get ahead of the curve.
And
all right.
she went about it wrong.
Now, see,
Tory
what's gonna make everybody feel stupid is if they fuck around and get back together.
Yeah, because he made a love song to her, basically. Let's hear this.
Which one is this? Is this the little mix where it got all the cut ups everybody he went at? Because they got that.
Wait, hold on. I don't think this is.
Yeah, they definitely got
Definitely ain't the one I heard.
Yeah, this
So easy.
they definitely got a little cut up.
The way you wanna. So
As we reopen, don't you want your pocket of America to still feel like its own?
oh, sorry.
Not right now.
All right, go ahead. It's the whole
Yeah,
album.
this the one I heard.
got love for
all the
everyone in the business, but everyone in my business. Tell me how should I talk when everyone is a witness, and every slur out your mouth can turn into someone's sentence that turn into something later, that turn into something vicious. And vicious niggas is after your time, turning your switches, your friends swerving your bitches, and then burning your bridges. You stuck and severed in thoughts of when it's all gonna end, when the end is harder than thoughts of when it starts and begins. Nobody wins when the family feud, or when the family news turn into something that no one from the family choose. Or when you plan to choose that it's a dub for the feet when they plan to move and the plans change and you plan to expand, pan interviews and these R&B singer women you called all your friends choose. Kaylani hops on the news like it was something to prove, like me and her wasn't cool. When I've been friends with you for 6 years plus the crew, and we can Google picture proof. Got my phone number too. You could've called me, but you moving like we ain't even crew, and you rather not hear my views. We used to phone talk late about exes and all our booze. I held your newborn in my arms. Tell me how we aren't cool. Instead, you went to Twitter shade room to focus all your views. You was the quickest one to take me off records and set the mood. And now you got these little garbage artists talking like they taking me off something that's gonna harm me. Your label paid me already, dude. But KK, back to you. Let me tell you, Sue, how to move. This is what you do. If you wanna take that stance, then that's cool. But we gon' do this with some rules. Hey, JoJo, I need you to take notes too. Don't take me off the deluxe album that no one gives a fuck about. Take me off the original too. Cause when I'm scrolling through the Spotify playlist, see my name in both y'all top 5 pages, it just feels a little unsincere. But maybe I refuse. Am I tripping and confused? Y'all could've took me off the album, but still have yet to do. Nah, maybe it's the truth. Got the numbers and the proof. Cause with both of y'all combined, I gave y'all 40 million views. Y'all can't lose. What do you do when your friends looking at you sideways? I can't even tell them what happened because of my case. You can't even trust in nobody cause they might try face. Older G's telling you, OG, this isn't my day. Y'all can double hurt me, but I'm fueled by God's tender love and mercy. Devil trying to work me, but I pop up in the scene. Chocolate car color Hershey. It's some niggas that I lent money to that never embarrassed me. I had many visions of this time. Made decisions for the prime. Future thinking how I'm speaking on the past like what a time. Once upon a time was just a kid that loved to rhyme, and now the fame is bittersweet. I take the cake that come with mine, Tori. Is it worth it when I...
Bro, that's that
whole album tight, bro. I already heard it.
and motherfuckers is all right. First of all, you're getting bashed online if you say you like it.
I don't give a fuck about nobody online.
All right, but
That ain't the first time I seen that.
Yeah,
Or
no.
was.
What I'm saying is
That's
what's
the first
happening.
time I heard it, but I seen it somewhere else.
Yeah,
That's what I meant.
So if you talk about it in a good way, a lot of women are saying you don't care about
women.
black women.
Yeah.
Beginning, a whole woman got shot, and they're bringing up Breonna Taylor in the same sentence of what's going on. I'm like, man, that's
what Charles
somebody.
Barkley was saying. Everybody get shot.
That's somebody personal interaction. Like, okay, domestic violence is not okay, but it happens every day.
Every day.
Every day, okay? And no matter how many times you try to intervene in somebody's domestic situation, if they both crazy, they gonna end up circling right back to each other.
And it happens in multiple professions, but they only try to take the careers away from the black men.
Well, yeah. Well, not necessarily. They take.
I don't see no doctors getting barred from
not
practicing medicine. No
practicing.
lawyers.
Well, it's more of a celebrity politician thing, because I've seen white men lose everything because they cheated on their wife and it came out public. Or,
I used to my old boy Eric Greigman.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
I think it was something else that went into that though. Some dealing with money, and shit with her. That's what happened. With that.
I think the good thing about the black culture, which is not a good thing, is we accept domestic stuff quicker than white people. Meaning, why? Let me tell you why. It's because we rap about it a lot. Like, kind of how like that white dude was just saying. We glorify violence. We glorify it. So some
white people just have an understanding about it. They do it. They do it. They know they do it, but they just not gonna speak on it. It stays in their house.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. No. So you're not getting what I'm saying. So when it comes out their house, they lose their situation. Okay. When it comes out our house, you can lose your situation, but if you drop a dope album about it, you're gonna have majority on your side. Like, hey, I don't care what y'all saying. Do album dope.
Yeah, what I respect about Tory, he said, man, I don't give a fuck about what black social media got to say. And that's how you got to be.
First of all, even me, I can sit here with the facts that are out. I can say what I think happened. Don't nobody know but them 4 people that was in that car.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't care. I don't really care what happened.
Well, I say that for the critics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The man just made some dope ass music, and he gave his perspective
of what happened.
as to what happened.
What happened? Now,
so
all you motherfuckers that got something to say.
If you think I'm a woman basher because I like this man's shit, then
how he's articulate. It's like somebody committing a murder.
I want to share.
OJ, it's like OJ Simpson.
I knew he was going to
like
OJ his eyes.
It's like OJ Simpson
in the book
when he killed somebody and then he wrote a book. What if I did it?
He didn't do it.
I'm finna put a post now. Tory Lanez new shit is dope.
Fire. Hey man, it gave you like that 2008 something 2009.
I don't know what it gave me. It was definitely nostalgic.
When Drake dropped his that one mixtape.
Mixtape or album?
It was the mixtape. It was Nicki dropped the mixtape first.
Was it the one that had Money to Blow and all that on
it? Yeah. When he was getting into his storytelling and fuck that nigga he hating on because he was getting all that shit, bro.
What was that? Was that Take Care?
That was an album. It was the mixtape that Young Money and them released to like get his buzz, and it had that Forever Man on it and all that. I want this shit forever, man, ever, man. First mixtape. Nah. That was the album because he rapped about it. He said first mixtape. That shit sounded like an album in that one just forever with Eminem on it and shit. Yeah, that was on the album. It was the mixtape before that.
Did he not re-release that as an album?
No, he didn't because him and Nicki was bragging about it because Nicki just released a mixtape too, and they was talking about how they made $1 million off a mixtape, and that's when the mixtape game kind of went up. And it was more so everybody was dropping mixtapes instead of albums. And they'd wait hella to drop an album. But yeah, it gave me that Drake. And then he just said in his flow, friends turn into, he used one of Drake's bars in there. I don't know if y'all caught that. Friends turn into enemies or something like that. But I mean, that definitely gave me that vibe. I mean, from when Tory Lanez first came out, I was like, this is like a mini Drake. And he from Canada? I was like, yeah.
I think he actually might be, he might be a little bit more overall talented than Drake.
Drake is so hot right now. He don't have that old flow. You know what I'm saying? He talking money shit now.
Tory So Far Gone?
Nah.
That's the mixtape?
Nah, I don't think it was So Far Gone.
Because he has his mixtape was Room for Improvement.
His first mixtape, not the one with Trey Songz.
Room for Improvement was in 06. Then 07 comeback season.
That was a mixtape.
Yeah.
It
So
probably-
Far Gone was in 09.
It was probably
If you're reading this, it's too late. It's in 15.
Nah. So it was coming for one right after the improvement one.
Comeback season.
Yeah, comeback.
That's
season.
07.
Yeah, I think it was that because that was right after they released that song from Young Money. I was shocking fuck every girl in the world. They released that right after his mixtape.
He got what was on there? The Presentation, Comeback Season, Closer, Replacement Girl, Barry Bonds, Going In for Life, Where To Now, Sure, Give Ya, Don't You Have a Man.
Bro, I don't know what none of his songs are titled, bro. I just know.
Man, you sure this is the one? Let me look at So Far Gone. I think you talking about So Far Gone, man.
What So Far Gone got on it?
Track listing. So Far Gone. Got the Lust for Love, the Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, Successful. Let's Call It Off, November 18th.
Successful was a good song too. I just wanna be.
Best I Ever Had.
Yeah, it was So Far Gone.
Uptown.
Yep. It was So Far Gone. Yep. I think So Far Gone is the one he released with Young Money. The ones before that is when he was doing that shit. When he was did that shit with Trey Songz and stuff. Trey Songz kind of signed him, and then he got signed to Young Money after that.
Yeah, I know So Far Gone. He was definitely with
But man, I'm
Money.
not on the negative side with Tory Lanez, man. I like you said, bro. He's just telling his side of the story in his form of fashion, and you can either believe him or you cannot believe him. Like, I mean, that's the only sides you can take. Now, the only thing I'm looking for is Megan Thee Stallion to drop a mixtape. I'm looking for that. Then it's gonna
Do
be
you want to see a
You know
lovers
what?
battle?
Hey,
Bruh, that's what it's gonna
and
be.
honestly, this is just me. I don't even like her.
I think she nice, bro.
A lot of people.
I ain't talking about how she look. I'm talking about
talking
her
about her-
flow.
Yeah, a lot of people think
To
she
me,
nice.
she's like I rate her on a Cardi B level.
No, she's
To me,
lyrical, bro.
that's
I know to you, but you gotta go back and listen to her freestyles. Like before she got on, she's just doing that because that's what women do. Sex
They
sells.
said the same thing about Nicki. A lot of people
Sex
feel like
sells.
she was at her hardest before she got on.
Well, nah, Nicki wasn't tight.
Now Nicki Minaj tells stories. I give her credit.
Oh, those are see the stuff y'all like. Those are
I said, like I said, that's what people used to say about
Those-
her. Like,
those
listen
are,
to her before she got
what's his
on.
name? What's his name?
Safari.
Those are Savari words that y'all fucking
She
with.
goes writing.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
well known. Savari
I
goes
don't
roll
know.
for her crazy.
He started saying that. It was well, no, he started
Bro.
putting it out there
Why do you think he still gets money?
because he said he goes right.
Look,
So what's some of the shit?
that's what he gonna use for all these chicks.
What's
same
some
way.
of the shit that she wrote?
Nobody really knows.
So everything after Safari was like the monster.
Yeah.
I'm a monster. Blah, 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 blah. That was after Safari. Everything after that was after Safari. So like the stuff she's doing now is probably some of her stuff, and it's kind of the
She's
same
not that
stuff.
good.
It's not that good.
She's lyrical. She makes up some shit. I give her credit. Like I say, I
Bro,
put her on that level.
Just go type in Megan Thee Stallion freestyles and look at the date and make sure they date back to like 2015, 2014, and 13.
Bruh.
When she was in Houston DJ, studios just in her rap. Bro, she went in for like 10 minutes. Just, you was like, who is this girl? That's how she got on, bro. She got on because she can actually rap. The sex shit came along with it because, you know, the cliche with women. Like,
Yeah, you gotta be able to sell.
Yeah.
You know, man, I don't trust a whole lot of freestyles or I'm throwing quotes in the air, people.
Whoa, okay.
What they label as freestyles.
see, the good thing about an artist,
Some of that be wrote too when they. by the
it
time
don't
they
matter.
tape it.
Have you All right.
Yes.
I rapped.
Yes.
Okay.
I know you. What you finna ask?
I rap. Okay. Have you tried to go in for 10 minutes without saying something you wrote before? It's impossible.
No, you can't.
It's impossible. You're going to say something that you wrote before. The talent in it is when you connect all them things that you write to make it come into something that's feasible to understand, and that's dope. When you say a verse and you connect it with a freestyle of something you just came up, because it's possible to do little, what I call links to bars and verses. Like if I was to say a whole Lil Wayne verse and then link it to a whole Drake verse, you be like, bro, I heard them two before, but you put it together some kind of way. That's a talent in its own, because that's what Jay-Z does. That's literally what Jay-Z does. But the difference is he don't write it down, but he records his 4 bars, 5 bars, 8 bars in his head. He like, oh yeah, that's dope. I'm gonna remember that later. And then once he lay it out, it's in wax. Now all you gotta do is come up with well, Bug, you remember how I used to record? I'll say 4 things. All right, play that back. All right, say the next thing. All right, play that back, the whole thing. Then I might go for like 10 bars, and that'd be cool. And I'll be like, shit, that's a verse. That's a verse. I think that's a talent in its own. So whether she wrote it or not, what I'm saying is the freestyle part is being able to just, bro, 10 minutes rapping is so I ain't gonna lie. I can't even go, well, I could probably go about 6-8 minutes. But it might start to drown out the last 3-4. It might be some bullshit. But bro, she was hard from the beginning to the end. I was like, who is this girl?
In my entire life, I've only seen one person that has literally freestyled. I'm going to say it was a good 6-7 minutes. And then the way he did it, it was a contest. And the way they did it, they had pieces of paper, and the judges, they would write words down.
Oh yeah,
hold it up.
I mean, yeah, but
and he made it sense, and he flipped it from reggae to hip hop to going back and forth.
I seen plenty of dudes do that, but in that same facet, it's like when you do something, and that's your job, and you good with wordplay, you can like you can look at a ball and then make a rap about it, but still use something you wrote a long time ago, but input that word into that rhyme. It's still possible.
So you're saying the architecture for freestyle is what you like the most? The way you just putting all the blocks together to make the.
Do you know what this guy does today? Shit, Rocky, you know him. Shit, you know what he does today?
What?
He's a principal at a. I think he was elementary. He's a principal at a high school.
Who?
Dwight.
Oh, okay. He did that before. They used to do that, but that's
Dwight is the coldest rapper I ever known.
But that's what I'm saying. When you good at something you do, that means you like talented freestylers have a vast vocabulary. They usually either read a lot or listen to a lot of music, to where they taking pieces and pieces from this and that and switching it up, boom, boom, in their head.
I know a little bit about his background. I know he's from New York. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in New York.
But I just want to check her out, man. Check Megan Thee Stallion out. I think she's a dope lyricist. She's trying to please the commercial scene. You know what I mean? She need to go independent then. Well, she's not really under a big major label. She's actually trying to get out the.
I'm just saying when you under.
Well, she's still signed to a bad. She's like it's like a double deal type situation.
When you sign to someone, man, you don't have that creative, that artistic creativity that an artist wants. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing their bidding.
She got a lot of albums she got to produce before she get able.
Which means she gonna carry that image.
Deal or something.
I mean, most artists do 3+.
Yeah.
To get the money.
Nowadays the contracts I seen they do maybe like 2 and like two options on it, depending on what your first.
The label is the only people that make it hard because they know an artist can just dish out music crazy. So an artist can go in the studio and make 40-something tracks in a day.
Hence the mixtapes.
Yeah, but the problem is the label's going to turn down so many of them songs because they feel as if you're just trying to give them shit.
Yeah, well, they want you to fit the image and if it don't go along the
what
lines
they saying,
want,
boom, all right, your album don't come out until 2 years until you.
That don't mean they gonna throw it out. They just gonna shelf it.
Yeah,
because they gonna use this shit later.
And I ain't gonna lie, a lot of artists dish out bullshit and save their best for when they become independent or when they get out their deal, so then they can drop some fire and you know what I'm saying, support they what they gotta do. But all right, let's wrap it up. Any final not any. What is your final take of the day?
Free Tory.
He's not locked up.
Wait. Our final take of the day. I'm
your final
of how you phrase that.
Okay. What do you want to leave the world with, man? What is your final statement of the show?
Oh man. Brothers, sisters, stay wise. If you're not wise, wake up.
And you said free Tory. Is that how you want to leave it as? Yeah, very deep.
Free Tory. Listen to Daystar, man. That's a good album, man. Fuck Black Twitter.
All right,
black social media in general.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm just gonna say artistically, I fuck with Tory, man.
That's all it's about, man.
Tory did have a dope.
That's my new favorite skate song.
You gonna skate to that rapping it?
Think I ain't.
They gonna be like, man, Bug, you out here skating today? Man, you don't like women. I'm like, shut the fuck up,
bitch.
Raise my
all right, my final say would be happy anniversary to my wife. It's coming up Sunday. We not gonna be live Sunday, so I'm saying it now. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, sis-in-law.
Happy anniversary.
And
happy anniversary,
you should have some
bro.
hand claps on there.
Happy anniversary, little bro.
Right on. I got something on the computer. I just don't feel like clicking it. Here, get the hand claps for Reggie.
I don't even drink, and I got a little bottle of Remy at the house. I'm going to pour out a little bit for you.
Oh, God. And not only happy anniversary to me, happy anniversary to anybody else that's in love. And my other last thought is, man, find somebody to keep your mind sane. If it's by yourself, do that. If it's with somebody, do that. Just everybody, please acknowledge what you do always affects somebody else.
And don't shoot nobody in the foot.
Yeah.
If you do, let it be for something.
Yeah. Make it count.
I knew that again.
All right, we out, man.
Canada.
Y'all have a nice day. Thanks for listening.
The Spillover.
I'm Drake Lockhead.
It's Reggie.
Big bruh.
And we are
Ooh,
out.
you make a mess.
Y'all stupid.